play to win the game.
Yes, you do, Herm. Yes, you do. Man, oh man, oh man. Welcome back to another episode of Format Podcast Live, Wednesday night edition. We've got one hell of a show for y'all tonight. As you can see, my guys, the Transformer and Sneed are not here. Transformer won't be joining us tonight. Sneed got what you need. We'll be in shortly. But in the Transformer stead, I could not have a better stand-in. My man, Mel from Man Down Sports. What's going on, Battle? How you doing?
It was good. I had to come in and relieve my Navy buddy, man. Had to come relieve him.
It doesn't always have to be about the Navy. We can leave that part out.
I mean, it should always be about the Navy, man.
All right. That's just shit. I got you. And I can't say nothing because we still sitting on that L from last year. So, man, but we got a heck of a show for y'all tonight. As you can see from the rundown, we don't even have any quick hits. I had it prepared. I had the quick hit set up, and then the monster news dropped. So I had to go back, change everything. So we are scrapping the quick hits. We are going with 5 main topics tonight, and we're going to get right to it. I'm not even going to run down all of our channel members like I normally do. I'm going to just say shout out to the channel members. You know who you are. We appreciate everything you do. Man, let's get right to it. Holy moly. Mel, Man Down Mel. Oh my gosh. Shut up, Coach T, aka Laker Nation. I don't want to hear from you. All right. No, man. What's up, Laker Nation? How you doing, brother? All right. Today we saw, as you can see, Jaylen Brown is now a Philadelphia 76er, and this was one of the most baffling superstar level trades I can remember in recent memory in the NBA. Maybe one of the most baffling superstar level trades of all time. Jaylen Brown was traded from the Boston Celtics. By the way, that's Eastern Conference Finals MVP Jaylen Brown. That is Finals MVP Jaylen Brown. That's former all-defensive player Jaylen Brown. That's all NBA second team Jaylen Brown, not some average guy. Just got traded to division rival, going all the way back to the days of Wilt Chamberlain and the great Bill Russell. God bless the dead for both of those gentlemen who are pivotal in NBA history. But division rival all the way back to those guys, 1950s. And the Celtics traded him to the 76ers for what appears to be an apple and a bag of Cheetos. No. He traded him for Paul George, 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks, and it's crazy. And I don't know, were the Celtics that desperate to get rid of him? Was Jaylen Brown that desperate to leave Boston? Which I don't know if I believe. He said that, early, about a month ago, he said that he loves Boston. If he could be there for the next 10 years, he would. I don't know. Obviously, we know that, or it's been reported that he kind of has felt, I don't want to say disrespected, but maybe less loved by the team than he should be based on what he's earned with his play on the court. But, man, I don't even know where to go, man. I'm going to just give some quick background here. We do know that the Celtics have been trying to trade him for a couple of years. And I think a big part of this thing that seems to be getting left out, a lot of people aren't really looking at, is that after they won the championship in 2024, once more when Jaylen Brown won the Finals MVP, for those who keep saying that he's not a great player and this, that, and the third, but whatever, But after they won the championship in 2024, the Celtics sold the team. And following that, the new ownership came in. And when the new ownership came in, you saw immediately they were trying to get out from under some of the larger contracts on the team. And I think that's something that a lot of the mainstream media is leaving out because it's a less salacious part of the story, right? And so obviously, that's not what's going to get the clicks or really get people listening and so on. And we know that when new ownership comes into a team, a lot of times, if they didn't sign the big contracts, they want to get out from under them. Because, it's just something like, if I take over an organization, I'll pay who I think is worth it, but I may not necessarily trust who paid the last time. But regardless, they've been trying to get out from under big contracts. And then now you see, and it's weird because the mainstream media seems to have been pulling at the seams of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum for years. So it is what it is. But anyway, the Celtics were a team that were, thought to be maybe a lower level playoff team or maybe not a playoff team at all in the East this year, or a team that would maybe make a play-in spot based on the fact that Jason Tatum was out with the Achilles injury, blah, blah, so on and so forth. And, they had a lot of younger, unproven talent on the team. They let a lot of guys go last year, traded guys, free agency. They let them walk, so on and so forth, cutting salary. Jaylen Brown ends up leading the team, having his best season, 28.5 points per game, more than 6 rebounds, more than 5 assists, shooting 48% from the field, 37% from three. Just a great overall season, which he dubbed his best season in his career and his favorite. And we'll get back to that. The Celtics are fighting for the number 1 seed in the East all season long, much to many people's surprise, myself included. Celtics end up number 2 overall seed, go up 3-1 in the first round. We know what happens. Embiid gets to cooking, and the Celtics blow a 3-1 lead, the first time in franchise history, the greatest franchise in NBA history, and they blow a 3-1 lead for the first time in franchise history. And then Jaylen Brown, the following day, he makes his controversial comments on his stream on Twitch where he says, this was my favorite season. People took that out of context, even though he explained exactly what he meant by it, right? But, again, that's not the salacious part. So we don't want to provide the context to that, right? So anyway, we see all the controversy. The Celtics are saying, hey, we'll put him in a trade with Giannis, but if it's not Giannis, nobody else. Brad Stevens then says, oh, well, I'd never say never, blah, blah, blah. And now we see today, Jaylen Brown is now traded to a division rival. That's the backup, the breakdown. Mel, go ahead. Let's get your thoughts, man.
It's a whole bunch that you said, but I want to point out one thing you said at the end when you said that his comments on the Twitch stream was taken out of context. Hey, you gotta be smarter than that, man. You gotta be smarter than that. I know it's certain things that I can't say.
True.
That might be very sensitive for my teammates. If I say certain things, it could be looked at one way, even if I mean it a different way. So it's just some things you just avoid saying. Nobody needed to know that this season was the best season that you've ever had. Nobody wanted to hear it.
Especially not the day after you blow that 3-1 lead and get eliminated. That was the timing was terrible. Yeah,
the only way I'm okay with him saying that if someone asks, hey, is this the best season that you've ever had? Yeah, it was. Because X, Y, and Z. Now, if but coming out to volunteer that, it's a reason. I mean, he's a smart dude.
He is.
Everything he did was calculated. I wouldn't even be surprised if he come back like Kanye West after Kanye West lost his Adidas deal and be like, hey, this is the plan the whole time.
I hope not.
This was the plan the whole time, man. I got my $300 million contract, and I got to go to a team that was already full of go like some ballers that I can go contend with and be the number 1 on. This was a win-win for Jaylen Brown. He got his contract. And he got his own squad.
It was a win-win, but what I don't like about it, like I said, one was the terrible timing of the commentary. He can't act like he doesn't know how poorly timed that was. To your point, he's a very smart guy. But 2, I hate the fact that it's done within division. And 3, it makes the Celtics look really bad because, like we said, they traded him for an apple and a bag of Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? They trade this dude for, an oft-injured, PD exposed, low budget, old Jason Tatum. That's what you got. And so it doesn't even make sense that you did that. And you didn't even force the Sixers, if you're the Celtics, and say, you didn't force their hands and say, give me one of them young guns. I want either Maxey or Edgecombe in this deal. They probably could have gotten away with that, but they didn't. So that looks really bad. Steve Stevenson, I see you up there shaking your head. What's going on, brother?
They tried. I would have
loved for them to get Edgecombe in this deal.
They weren't going to get him, though. They tried to drive up pricing with the comment from last week when they said the Celtics are looking for 4 or 5 first-round picks. That was to drive up the pricing, so people would be willing to pay more, and obviously it didn't work. Everybody was lowballing them because they knew, based on the signaling from Jaylen Brown, that he was ready to take the next step for himself as a primary option. For whatever reason, nobody wanted him and Jason Tatum to coexist as both premier players. Everybody has to have this affliction. It's like we need a 1 and we need to have a 2. We can't have 2 guys that could be a 1 on any given night, even though they won a championship that way. But I think what happens is, Bruce, you had a good point talking about the new ownership when they started moving on from contracts.
Mm-hmm.
The Celtics have signaled that they feel better moving forward with Jason Tatum and building around what he is, as opposed to maybe finding it a little bit harder to build around what Jaylen Brown is. I think Jaylen Brown is a little bit more with friction. He's a little bit rougher. Jason Tatum, I don't think he could be bothered. He's just nonchalant, right? He's just easygoing. Jaylen Brown will say some things. So I think the Celtics took the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
And they tried to return more value for him. And to his credit, Jaylen Brown did play it right. I love Boston. I love the city. We won a championship. He did everything on his, even though he did a couple missteps, he tried to make it better to make him more tradable.
Yeah, palatable. Yeah, I agree, man. I'm just look,
Bruce, you guys lost a real one
for sure.
There is only a handful of guys that play like that in the league.
Agreed.
There's only a couple guys that play that good on both sides of the ball at the wing position, forward, shooting guard. However, it's very rare, which is surprisingly, like, why would they get rid of him and then move him to Philly?
Yeah, they lost him as soon as that new CBA came out, though. I mean, they got 2 guys on their rosters both making $300 million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They absolutely. I know those meetings was crazy with the new ownership group every day coming in, looking down the future and saying we got to pay these 2 guys this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this was going to have to happen, and unfortunately for the Celtics, after they dangled him out there for every team to know that he's on the trade block and that Giannis trade didn't go through, now every team is like, there's no way you can bring him back. For one, you know you want to get rid of him because of that salary, and because he's been a distraction and he's messing that locker room up. And if you bring him back, y'all relationship is not salvageable, so you got to trade him, and we're not offering you anything.
Okay, so Mel, I think that's a false narrative that he's been a distraction, messing the locker room up. Like nobody. I
think what Mel is saying is that it could become that if it goes into next season. Now that we know the things we know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
it's
no
like
way
the point of no return, right?
Yeah, like people was even saying that Kevin Durant was a distraction for these tweets that came out that Van Vliet has been on even All the Smoke and his own podcast saying that was false. People are still saying Kevin Durant is a distraction in the locker room for Houston.
Kevin Durant derailed the team's season.
That's what people are saying, but no one's inside the Houston team is saying that. So my point is this: if people are saying that Kevin Durant's fake tweets ruined the season, then I know what Jaylen Brown is doing is going to ruin the season for Boston if he came back to the team next year.
Right. Yeah.
So let me ask you this, right? We know, right, as men, you could literally get into fisticuffs with a fellow man, slug it out, afterwards hug it out, right? You can slug it out, then hug it out, and y'all can move past it, right? So you're telling me these men, if they wanted to, Jaylen Brown included, Jaylen Brown and the Celtics, his teammates, the front people, whoever, you're telling me that they could not have freaking gotten into a room, sat down.
Hold up. I don't think Jaylen Brown's teammates hate him. I don't think they dislike him at all.
I don't think so either, because
I think they played hard with him, for him, by his side all season long.
Agreed.
I don't think that's an issue. I think this is a structural dynamic of salary and a guy who seems ready to just be like, well, they seem to like the other guy better.
Right.
There's an element of that, right? So, but I don't think there was any vitriol.
The distraction is because he has an issue with somebody, or the entire front office. He's having an issue. I don't know if it's the coaching staff or the front office or the ownership. He's got an issue with them, and he keeps voicing his opinion publicly. When we found out how much the Bulls didn't like Jerry Krause, it was 30 years later when The Last Dance came out. Now, we heard rumblings of it back then when it was like when Michael Jordan made comments like, players win championships, not organizations or not ownership or not GMs or whatever the case may be.
Wait, who said that?
Michael Jordan.
Like the last 2 years that he was with the Bulls, when they knew Jerry Krause wanted to break them up, they would make little comments like that.
Yeah.
But no one was going on no freaking public forum and like having long conversations about what they don't like, and then on top of the fact, now I'm in a back and forth with Stephen A. Smith, and now I'm overseas doing an interview talking about ESPN and how horrible they are. Like, he was becoming a distraction. He was. It's the truth.
Well, there were headlines, there were stories. I mean, that's all valid. It's true.
All right, real quick, let's take a quick 2-second break. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Really appreciate all you guys, 60-something of you. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. We really need you to hit those likes and that subscribes. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe on SMT Media Network as well as the Format Podcast. Appreciate that. Got a quick soundbite from Jaylen Brown, right? I've had people telling me Jaylen Brown is a cancer and this, that, and the third. And I'm curious to know if you feel like this sounds like a cancer to you.
I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful for the ups and downs. I'm grateful for the community. I'm grateful for the Celtics allowing me to come in, and do my thing and use their platform to inspire and to be inspired.
Does that sound like a cancer to you?
No.
Okay.
Sounds like a guy who appreciated his time there
and his opportunity. Correct.
Yeah.
Now, this is even before he got traded, though. This is not like today where he's just trying to take the high road. This is prior to him getting traded like a couple of weeks ago or whatever. But this is a crazy, crazy situation. And I know I keep saying it. I just can't get over the fact that this happened in division.
Bro, they got nothing.
So earlier in the week,
Paul Pierce, bro, or Paul George.
Yeah, I know. Right?
That's just because of salary. I think he's getting paid a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yes, because that's the only way
something like that. Yeah. So I saw something earlier in the week saying that there's a possibility of Jaylen Brown and somebody else getting traded to Denver for Jamal Murray and somebody else coming back to Boston. And I was like, well, as much as I don't, I don't want him with Jokic, like he would be out of the conference, out of the division. That could be interesting, but needless to say, you trade this guy, 6 hours down there. That's not good. I don't understand this. Now you have to see this man 4 times in the regular season and probably in the playoffs. Is that really what you want? You really, that's what you want? You know what it's about.
Yeah, I mean, if they like him as much as y'all saying they like him, I would want to see him 4 times a year too. Hey man, that's our friend. Let's see him 4 times a year.
Hey man, this is why you can't take Mel no place, man. He don't know how to act. By the way, y'all need to go and listen to tonight's episode of Man Down Sports. The stuff Mel was saying, I'm not gonna repeat it. I'm just saying he went in on somebody very ignorantly, and it was hilarious.
I didn't curse. I didn't curse, Bruce.
No, you didn't, but it was.
Was this today?
It was today.
Hold on. Is it a video or a live stream?
No, it was a live stream, so you can watch. You can watch.
Damn, you roasted someone on a live stream, bro?
Oh my god!
Man. I was just having fun, man. It was fun.
Yeah, all right, that's what you call it. It was.
Now he had been trolling me ever since the Spurs series, because I said something about Wemby 2 months ago, and every time I go live, he's the first one there, like just trolling, man.
What'd you say about Wemby?
Just some basketball stuff.
Yeah,
and they just don't like that sort of thing.
Taking too many jump shots. He need to get in the post. He need to get down low. Stuff like that. And,
you know how some people are when you talk about their favorite player, they get
a player is imperfect. You're hating.
Yeah.
Well, his profile picture is a lime green alien head. And his profile name is San Antonio or SA Per Hoops or something like that. So he's a Spurs fan and a Wemby fan, and he just couldn't handle that I was critiquing his favorite player, and he decided that every time this man goes live, I'm gonna be the first comment, and I'm trolling the entire. And I've always ignored it but I had time today, so
Yeah, it was bad. But I'm gonna go ahead and open these phone lines up. 904-219-8264, 904-219-8264. What do y'all think about the Celtics making what I believe to be a horrible trade, trading their best or second best player within the division to a long-time standing rival and not getting back anything of worth for it? What do y'all think about that? Oh my gosh. Here we go. What's up, Sean? How you doing, man?
Man, what's up, Bruce?
Maintain.
Go
What up? What up? What up?
What's up, man?
what's popping?
Hey, Bruce, man.
Here we go.
Your team got fleeced.
Yes, I know, Sean. I'm aware.
Celtics got played.
Yeah. Well, they let it happen.
Listen, man.
But go ahead.
I don't know. Okay. All said and done, as a Laker fan, I'm going to put my rivalry to the side. I think that is extremely disrespectful that how the way the Celtics actually treat Jaylen Brown.
I think so too.
Like, the dude has been your best player for the past 5 seasons. Yes, I know Jason Tatum is more talented, but come on. He's not the one who won Finals MVP.
Mm-hmm.
That guy did. And despite all that, you know, they absolutely can't stand him. This is, to me, this trade is nothing more but it's not about his basketball.
Not at all.
It's about the front office or the owner or some type of executive just can't stand him personally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know. Like, maybe because, like, Jaylen Brown's an intelligent dude or everyone is so cool with him.
Hey, Sean, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what up?
If
Yeah.
someone in the front office can't stand Jaylen Brown, do you think they give him $305 million?
Listen, man, those guys are so rich that if you hand over $105 million, they could still hate you.
So what's more likely to be true? Right? The Boston Celtics showed more appreciation to Jaylen Brown when they handed him $305 million than Jerry Krause and the owner of the Chicago Bulls showed Phil Jackson, Scottie Pippen, and Michael Jordan in their final year when they won a championship. Which organization showed more appreciation? You got the GOAT coach, the GOAT player, and the GOAT co-star all getting told by Jerry Krause that we're not bringing you back even after you won the daggone championship to complete a three-peat. And they showed them no love, no appreciation, and let them walk. Let Jordan retire, let Phil walk in free agency, let Pippen walk in free agency. But the Boston Celtics said, we appreciate Jaylen Brown so much, we're going to give you $305 million after we gave $310 million to Jason Tatum.
I kind of have to look at 2 different situations. Michael Jordan, he's the face. He was the face of the NBA. You know what I mean? Jerry Krause has no choice but to, you know what I mean, regardless of how much he hates him, he knows that Michael Jordan is going to win those titles, regardless if he's here or not. The thing with Jerry Krause is he personally was jealous of Michael Jordan. And
okay, so all right, so now we almost answered the question. So the question was, which organization showed more appreciation to their star, the Bulls or the Celtics?
I mean, this situation, I'm going to have to say the Bulls.
That is what do you call that, Sneak? What do you call that?
I call that wrong.
Oh, come on, man.
Sean, my guy, bro. You're my dude, bro. All respect.
Okay.
But when they give you max money, they are saying you are here for a long time with us.
Yeah,
that's an investment. Yeah. That's an investment, my guy. Not short term. They gave him max money with max years. The trade was also a sign of respect because they traded him to a good team and they traded him timely. They told him, play nice. We'll get you out of here like you want to be.
Right. Sean, I'm going to let you go, man. We got to take the next call, man. I appreciate you, though, brother.
I know. I'm just saying that, you know, that $305 million, and then you just go away while you're the guy that you know projected to be the face of the team is injured.
Right. Sean, I gotta let you go, man. I gotta let you go, brother. I appreciate
All
it.
right, Sean.
All right.
Later, bro.
Nino, what's good?
Hey, Bruce.
What up, my brother?
I feel for you, but I think y'all gonna be all right, man.
Gosh. I don't know what it is.
Y'all got a big man. He can't shoot free throws, but
Right.
he's decent. And y'all had another signing. Who I'm missing? Who else did y'all sign today?
Well, we signed I think Mitchell Robinson either this morning or
That's
yesterday.
a good signing.
That's
but,
a very good pickup.
I think the Lakers took like half of the free agents today.
Yeah, I know, right? And we'll get to that.
Robinson, I think y'all signed one more guy.
I would have to check, but I was paying
That would
attention
be
to
able to help.
I paid more attention to the Mitchell Robinson just based on the fact that it was what do you call it? You know, you got the size there and the rebounding.
They paid him, bro.
You heard not really like 15 million a year, 47.5 for 3 years.
One side of the ball, bro.
Yeah, but that's okay because you also hurt the
y'all,
champions in your division.
Okay.
So I'm cool with that.
All right. Okay.
Only thing alarmed me was the reports about analytics come out and y'all trade Brown and y'all shoot a lot of threes like y'all really live by that.
Well, that's gonna have to change.
If that's what y'all doing, y'all might not win another championship in the next 10 years.
All right, don't worry about all that, man. Look, we're gonna take this one day at a time and try to figure out what's going on, you know.
If y'all traded Brown for that reason,
yeah.
Now, hopefully it wasn't. Hopefully it was just
Okay, Mike Conley, that's who it was.
Mike Conley.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a true Tatum. I think the media did y'all in. This been the best.
Oh, for sure.
Job.
We talked about it.
This been the best media job since Bron and Kyrie and Shaq and Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
This been the best job because I've never heard no rumblings from Tatum or Brown.
Nope. I think Ed Dog was sending notes to the media. You know, he had a lot to do with this.
After they won the finals, Kendrick Perkins asked something about who team. I'm like, what is going on?
That's what they always do.
Y'all gonna be all right.
Yeah, for sure.
Be all right.
I appreciate the call, Nino, man. We'll let you go.
Nino.
A couple more calls on this, brother. Thank you, man. All
right. You're getting souffled today, bro.
I know, right? Caller from North Carolina, caller from Utah. I saw you. Call us back. Boston is going to go all in on Jokic. No. Nah, man. We like people who play defense in Boston. Nah, I don't need that. Caller from North Carolina, caller from Utah. Call us back. We're going to wait just another minute, see if we get another call or two, and then we'll go ahead, get to the next topic because we got some stuff to get through, and Steve Stevenson got some. I know he's going to have some good stuff for us. All right. Hey, be ready. Coach T, call back. There we go. Coach T, what up?
What up, Bruce?
Laker Nation. Holla at your boy.
Man, if I knew y'all was going to let Jaylen Brown go for that, man,
No. Hell no.
No.
Yeah.
That's better. Hey, that's a better pickup than podcast.
I would have preferred. Nope. I'd rather that than he go to y'all.
Man, come on now, bro. Y'all giving up Jaylen Brown for nothing.
Man, listen, I'd rather cut my foot off like Kunta Kinte out here than y'all have Jaylen Brown.
Because Brad Stevens been sabotaging that your franchise for the last 3 years.
I know.
I knew it was a bad move putting in front office when that wonderful coaching job he did for y'all.
Yeah.
But I just want to say, man, this is a great day to be a Laker fan. The only thing better than this is a championship. Man, this is a wonderful 48 hours.
That's what you call it, mistake? Laker Nation?
Bron gone finally.
Yeah, for sure.
That was happy enough. Then I come to find out y'all didn't get Giannis, but
stop it.
You let him walk for Paul George in your division. You send him right up the street.
At least when Dallas made they bonehead trade, they at least send him outside the division.
Dallas didn't make a bonehead trade, boy. That was fantastic. They got rid of Luka Vandross. They got rid of the 300-pound point guard. They got rid of the sloth of South Carolina. They got rid of the slew foot, 2 left foot, no slide step, fat, do something fat in the air.
Stop.
Get ripped at half court, get tired, sweating like a pig with no sweat glands, just running around here, playing no defense, needs the ball the entire game. I'm a fat point guard. They got rid of that dude that wanted $300 million and a free license to cuss out the head coach, all his players, the referees, the GM, and the owner, while coming back to training camp out of shape every season. They got rid of that guy. Good luck, LA.
Hey, Mel. And what they got in return?
You know what Mel just did? He identified accurately every risk that comes with Luka.
That's true.
Every single risk.
That's true. Laker Nation, land your plane, man. We got to take one more call and then we're gonna move on to the next topic. Land your plane, bro. Go ahead.
I'm just saying this is a great day to be. It's a great day.
Yeah,
to be
you said that already.
Right
You
now.
got anything else to say? You said that already.
It's a great day. You know, it's a great day. This is karma for the whole 8 years that you've been making all those jokes about us. And look at what you did. But from a basketball output, I don't know what the heck the Celtics are doing. I hope they have a backup plan. I hope he got something cooking behind the scenes and make some more moves, because this right here don't make no sense. Those are not going to be high draft picks. And last thing I want to say though is I kind of like what Toronto's doing. I think they got a very young, very solid defensive team. I know that's not part of the topic, but I like what Toronto's doing.
Come on, bro. Land your plane. Land your plane. Come on, stay on topic. Come on. Work with me.
I don't want to say, Bruce, man. Let's have a wonderful season.
Thank you. We'll do that, man. Appreciate the
All
call.
right, Coach.
Have a good night, man. All right, we're gonna take one more call on this topic, then we got to move on. I really appreciate the engagement. Whoever gets in, gets in. There we go.
Cavs are screwed, bro.
Caller from Utah. Who's this?
Hey, what's going on? This is Aaron.
What up,
Aaron? What's going on, man? First time?
Nothing much. Yeah, this is my first time calling in. I'm from Mel. I'm from Man Down Podcast. So
What's poppin', Aaron?
All right.
Nothing much. Hey man, I'm afraid I gotta pile on, man.
Go ahead.
I think the media kind of helped Brad Stevens make this decision.
Yep.
For whatever reason.
We talked about this.
And I think a lot of it comes down. I think it's really off court. I think Jaylen Brown is a smart brother.
Yes.
And I believe there was probably more involved in saying, hey, we need to get that guy out of Boston.
I agree.
You know, like we don't like some of the stuff he talks about. You know what I'm saying?
You mean like putting on STEM conferences at MIT for underprivileged kids and all that? Yeah, what a scumbag. No. But go ahead.
Nah, but I think it's the messaging.
I got you.
Yeah, and I think part of that is him standing up for Kyrie during that time too. Mm-hmm. I don't think it never was really talked about, but I think there was probably a little resentment, because wasn't he the president of the NBA PA at the time?
Yep.
Yeah. One of them.
Yeah. So, yeah, he was one of them. So I think a lot of that was never mentioned. I think a lot of that played a role, and then him beefing with Stephen A. and then the ESPN all coming together, attacking him And I think they made that. I think they made that move because of that. And I think that might come back to bite them.
Sure, but Brad Stevens supposed to be better than that. But he has now made Philadelphia one of the best teams in the East. That addition, and if they mess around and make a run, could you imagine? If he goes there and mess around and win another chip? Come on, man. That's
your Finals MVP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sorry, man. You don't trade away your Finals MVP, especially after the year he had with Jason Tatum.
Yeah, but see, Aaron, what you're describing though is if there was some type of resentment for Brown of the things that he said and done and who he backed up, they're hurting Boston by breaking him up from Boston. They're not hurting Brown. Brown left with $300 million and got stick to a team that can compete. So you're not hurting Brown and playing with Philly and showing Philly a different level of that they can get to is going to get him paid a second time.
For sure.
Right. So you're not hurting JB. This is helping JB. So I don't think it got nothing to do with that. I do agree with you that him being the way he is probably rubbed some people the wrong way, but it wasn't to the point. Like he's not at the point where now it's time to throw him away, like they did with Kyrie Irving. Like he's not that damaged. Like he still provides more than that little bit of irritation. Takes away from it. So this was just Boston saying, "Hey man, we gave you too much money, and right now we kind of want to do something different."
Yeah, because there's no way in hell you break that up. Tatum and Brown. You don't break that up.
6 Eastern Conference Finals appearances, 2 NBA Finals.
To draft those type of players at the same time as
you're not going to get lucky like that again. But listen, Aaron, we got to run, man. I appreciate the call. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, bro.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
All right, moving on to the next topic. Appreciate that. That was pretty good. All right, y'all. First things first, another quick note. 142 in the chat. Please, guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. We really appreciate everybody who's here. Thank you so much. You don't know how much it helps the show grow. Hit that like, hit the like. Also, comment, man. Comment, hit the like, subscribe, all that stuff. All right, let's get to it. Here's something I was thinking about. So Kawhi Leonard.
Baby
is now back in Toronto, the site of his I'd say greatest accomplishments as an NBA player and the site of when he was last at his peak. And we know that was at 2019, Kawhi Leonard led the Toronto Raptors on a run through the NBA playoffs, through the Eastern Conference, and beat the Golden State Warriors in the finals. Now, did he get some luck on his hands? Sure, but he had a hell of a run, and he was, at the time, probably the most coveted free agent in the league, ends up with the Clippers. And that run, I suppose, with the Clippers kind of underwhelmed. And so it led me to thinking, is this the worst superstar free agent signing of all time? And it's not just about Kawhi Leonard missing so many games throughout that period. It's about the fact that they pushed away a guy who would become a superstar, 2-time MVP and a champion in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander because Kawhi Leonard wanted, oh, what a coincidence, Paul George, right? And I'm not going to totally diss Paul George because Paul George, while Kawhi Leonard was injured, led the Clippers to their only Western Conference Finals appearance in franchise history. So Paul George did play well during that run. But
what year was that, Bruce? 24?
23 or 24.
23 or 24.
Yeah.
Okay.
But overall, it was thoroughly disappointing. Now you got Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers being investigated. Wow, Team USA just scored. The Clippers and Kawhi Leonard being investigated for offsides. What may be considered a shady deal with the under the table money on the side and all that stuff, circumventing the salary cap to try and get him there and, also facilitate what he wanted. So the question now is, as good as Kawhi Leonard is, and I believe he played 66, 68 games this year for the first time in a long time and made second team all NBA. So one of his best seasons, pretty much in the league, averaged about 28 and 5, really great year. Is this the worst free agent superstar signing of all time. Steve Stevenson, I'm gonna start with you, man.
Man, so those statements I don't like. It
Talk-
is so hard to prove a statement like that because there are always really bad decisions that are made by organizations who are desperate to win now.
Okay.
It's always that situation, though. It is always that thing. It's always a team that's trying to jump the process. They're trying to take a shortcut and they want to win immediately. They start leveraging all their draft picks. They start moving on from all their solid young talent, trading for these, we'll call them more seasoned veteran players. And then it always backfires. It always backfires. It always backfires when you overpay because now it changes expectations. It always backfires when you bring in a high-profile guy and then bring in his favorite high-profile guy to play with him because the bar gets set up high.
Yeah.
Now you got like real expectations.
Right.
So everybody thought, okay, he's an LA guy or a SoCal guy. He's going to go back to Southern California. He'll play for the Lakers. LeBron goes to LA Lakers. Kawhi ends up in LA playing for the Clippers.
Yeah.
The Clippers doing Clippers things per always. Right. So they take a risk. Bro, this guy doesn't play that much.
Yeah.
He plays 60-some games in a season, and now everybody thinks he's going to be healthy.
I didn't say that.
No, not you. Not you. I'm saying there are people who like will fall into that trap. They'll think because he did it once out of the last 9 years, bro, he is going to load manage the hell out of the season next year. In Toronto, he might play 40 games, bro.
Are you saying that?
And don't at me on that either, bro. What?
Are you saying his knees are going to hurt because it's going to be cold up there?
Don't you remember degenerative knees? I remember those reports, bro.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so
only thing I'm saying, Kawhi is so much about his money. Why would he want to go to Toronto where it's even extra taxes being in Canada? That's an interesting thought.
I think he's ready to secure a long-term deal.
Okay.
And I think he has the positive equity with that organization and that city that he's delivered a chip, and they will grant him that. So, for example, James Harden agrees to go to Cleveland. Why? Clearly, there was a signal or a promise from the Cavaliers front office they would be extending him in years. That's what these guys are looking for. Bro, they are in the twilight of their careers.
Yeah.
Past 35 is not normal to play all pro.
Yeah. That's true.
LeBron got everybody thinking anybody can do whatever the hell they want, bro.
Right.
That is not how this shit works. That is not common to have good fortune and health for that long at that level. So, no, I don't expect him to play more than 40 games. No, he is not going to live up to whatever contract extension he gets. It's really what I think it is, Bruce. He is timing it perfect. It's very calculated. He wants to maximize the salary one last time.
Yeah. Mel, man, what are your thoughts about this?
I mean, I like it, man. I mean, bring a fan favorite back. Bring somebody that was able to catch lightning in a bottle in Toronto, and
who's going to carry that team, Mel?
I mean, they still got Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes will carry this team. Scotty
Barnes and what's his name? RJ Barrett is a good number 3 there.
Scotty Barnes is going to carry this team.
They had a good young player. He got 3 names. Boyle. Last name Boyle is a 3- name type deal. I think he was a rookie last year. They like him a lot as well. Also, they made him untouchable in that trade, so they really got plans for him. But Emmanuel quickly was playing pretty decent. You know what I mean? I think Kawhi looked at the situation, and exactly what Snead said. Whatever team he went to had to be able to give him some type of signal that they willing to extend him. But I think he got that signal for multiple teams. The way it was reported, and this could be wrong, but the way it was reported, Detroit was looking into getting him, and he shot that down and said, "I would not extend with Detroit. So y'all can trade for me, but I will test free agency after this 1 year," which is the same thing he said with Toronto. He didn't want to go to Toronto. And he said, "I would not re-sign with Toronto," and won a championship and still was like, "Oh no, peace." So he's a man of his world, and he a man of his word, and he likes what he likes. And he wanted LA from the jump when he left San Antonio. He told Toronto, "If you trade for me, I'm not staying." But he gave them 100%, gave them all, obviously won a championship, and he said what he said he was going to do. and went to LA. You know,
Well,
and for
him
some reason,
winning that championship in Toronto accelerated his value when he went to the Clippers, right? Like he basically was like, people were saying he was the best player in the world, Mill.
So
he was.
He was right there on that short list at the time. Here's my question though, right? Do you think that him going to the Clippers and the Clippers giving him what they gave him, do you believe that's the worst free agent signing ever? That's my question though.
No. Kawhi to the Clippers? Absolutely not.
No,
absolutely not.
Can't be the worst. It could be a bad one, but it can't be the worst.
What's the worst superstar level free agent signing?
Bruce, there have been a lot over the years.
I'm not saying there haven't. I'm asking you.
I don't know. Let's pick 5 really bad ones and see if they're worse than Kawhi's.
James Harden to the Cavs.
Nah, I don't think there's a such thing as a bad free agent signing when it's a superstar.
No,
even after we get all the results,
it's just a signing that didn't work out. Like, put it this way.
Okay, so how about this, Mill? If it's because of that person, or it's external factors, there's other things too. It's different, right? I would say the Paul George piece is.
It's not a bad sign. There's no such thing. That's like saying that you picked a bad spouse. No, you picked a good one and it just didn't work out.
No, you could pick a bad one.
You could pick a bad spouse who doesn't know how to be a spouse.
Okay, that's fair. Well, if the spouse, hold on, if the spouse is a superstar, like you could pick a bad free agent, but a bad superstar, there's no such thing as picking a bad superstar. They're a superstar. Like they're a superstar because they prove that they could carry teams. Otherwise, we wouldn't give them that title. So you hired him to carry your team. It just didn't work out. So,
but I look at you not getting what you were supposed to get out.
Hold on, Bruce. Hold on. Everybody knew about his knees.
True.
Everybody knew about the load management.
True.
Everybody knows about Uncle Dennis.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was known. Nothing weird happened in LA outside of the Clippers doing Clippers things and then Kawhi being a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it is very normalized for the Clippers to do something stupid like what they did with that stupid nonprofit to give him more money.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Some of that is actually egregious.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Like you can't even keep it 100, keep it $100 and straight with the business.
Nah, coming straight off a championship with Toronto, there's no way signing Kawhi was a bad free agent signing.
They said he was the best player in the world, Mill. I'm with you, bro.
Maybe extending him after his knees gave out.
Right.
Maybe that could be bad, but at that point, it all worked out good for Kawhi Leonard because you get you got the new owner in ready to spend money, and he's building a new stadium. And by the time it got to the point where Kawhi needed to re-sign, it would have made no sense for them to lose Kawhi going into that new stadium that they want to sell seats. So we need a superstar. It's the same thing when the owner bought the New Orleans Hornets. He didn't want to buy it without a superstar. That's why they shut down the Chris Paul trade to LA. Like, if you want me to buy this team from the NBA, because the NBA was in charge of them because they didn't have an owner. There was the de facto owner. I'm not buying this if y'all trading Chris Paul away. Because I got to buy a team and lose money, and I don't know when I'm getting a superstar. So they shut the Chris Paul trade. I don't care what story they tell me. That's why they shut it down, because the owner was about to back out of buying it without a superstar. And then it was like, oh, shoot, we just watched March Madness, and the Anthony Davis kid, they're saying that he's a generational talent. If I could offer, if I could guarantee you win the lottery and you getting this guy, would you buy the team then? Sure. And then it was like, all right, we'll approve the Chris Paul trade to the Clippers, and we'll do the draft lottery and national TV to sell the New Orleans Pelicans or the Hornets to this new owner. That really happened. So I think that's what happened with the Clippers. That was like, we're going into a new stadium. I don't want a new stadium with empty seats. We got to have a superstar. So they re-signed them.
Fair enough. All right, let's go ahead. Excuse me. Open up the phone lines. Let's take a couple calls on this. 904-219-8264. Do you believe signing Kawhi Leonard to the Clippers is the worst superstar free agent signing ever? It was pretty bad. Looking back on what it was supposed to be and what the Clippers actually got out of it, looks pretty bad to me. Thank you for calling the Format Podcast. How can I help you?
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Sneed.
What up?
Mel,
What up,
do?
Eddie?
What's up? I'm going to keep it short and brief. I know we got a loaded show. Pause and make sure y'all get the like and subscribe up for this platform. So the topic is about Kawhi. With him going back to Toronto, this is like his last. Well, I don't know how many knees he got left. His last season.
All right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I think they are still a playoff contender.
Oh, for sure. They were in the playoffs.
I mean,
this year.
they finished top
seed?
5. Yeah,
Yeah.
they finished top 5 in the conference.
Yeah, they're not
and
a
then
bad
took the Cavs 6 or 7 games, was it?
Yeah. Yeah,
so what's up,
Yeah,
G?
that and then they kept quickly, so that's what and RJ Barrett. Of course, they sent BR away with a box of Reese's Pieces with his shout out to Glow Ritter. She's on the box cover. But so I mean, it's not a bad trade or nothing like that when it comes to that. I don't know if that's gonna be I don't know what they're gonna do with the Clippers. I don't know, hopefully Tyloo don't lose his job. But other than that, I mean, I like the trade. It's decent, it's cool. I was just gonna keep it short and brief, but one more thing I need to say on this show.
Nope, stick to the topic. Stick to the topic. If it's not about the topic, let it go.
No, I'm sticking to the topic.
All right, go ahead.
Sneed, I just want you to know, sir, I got sent something that was very shameful. What Shawn Michaels was doing, that's something I was sent to a chick, and it was very hurtful. Coming from that guy that's on that
Stick
platform.
to the topic, sir. The topic.
And I hear you, sir, that was very hurtful.
Stick to the
And that's all I
topic,
wanna
sir.
say. That's all I need to say, y'all. Be you, Bruce.
Yeah, you be
I'm
you.
still looking for the invitation to the Boston Tea Party. Y'all have a wonderful night.
You just couldn't do it.
Yo, Bruce,
Oh, man.
that is very unbecoming of you, sir.
Is it?
Not really. I do stuff. I do stuff like that from time to time. Bro.
Yeah. I got to send it to Mel.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Not the way he described it.
Oh my goodness!
If you send me that, I'm sending you Ravishing Rick Rude.
Wow.
And it will be rude.
Calling from Georgia. Who's this?
How you doing, man? Y'all still talking about Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah. Who's this? Who's calling?
Somebody underwater. Is this SpongeBob?
Nah, bro. I got my phone on speaker, my bad.
What's your name, man? What's your name? Who's this?
Shahid, my fault.
Shahid, what up, bro?
Brother, salam alaikum.
I my salam. Appreciate that.
No doubt, my
yeah, I was gonna say that the Kawhi Leonard thing. It kind of reminded me of when Grant Hill went to the Magic. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it didn't feel like it was a failure. And on top of that, I'm like, Grant Hill was like a really, really good player, and he never really got to be like himself. But with Kawhi Leonard, it's like this last year he did get to be himself, and then before the first year he did too. I think the second year too, even though they flopped in the playoffs. But for the most part, I'm like him being injured. I'm like that kind of reminded me of Grant Hill. So that's like kind of my take on that. I don't think he was the worst free agent signing either. I thought you sound like Stephen A. right now.
I'm asking.
Oh, you asked the question.
I
My
asked the
fault.
question. I didn't say he was.
I thought you was agreeing with that. I thought I could have sworn you said that earlier.
No, I'm directing the show. You know what I'm saying? You know.
All right, my fault. My
all
fault,
good,
then.
brother. All good. All good.
But how y'all feel about like the signing though? Since like that's like something y'all talking about.
I'm kind of like Mill. It just didn't work, right? I mean, you do what you think is best for your organization. You bring in a superstar. I'm telling you, the dude was referred to by many as the best player in the world right after that chip in Toronto.
Yeah, no doubt. I think at the time it looked good, right? But I think there may be an argument to be made for it being one of the worst free agent superstars.
Bro, look what Houston was willing to do for an age star and Kevin Durant.
Crazy.
You know, look at what the Brooklyn Nets did to try to win. Like they try to do a lot of things. You know,
I get it, but I'm saying when you look at after the fact, now obviously you never see the future hindsight.
I can't believe Shawn Michaels did that on Snap. Is
that AI? No, that's real. That's real. He did that. He did that.
They
but
let him do this on TV.
That's the Attitude Era.
That's when they used to pan the camera away on Monday Night Raw, bro. You know what I mean?
They was wild.
That was a real time though.
Yeah, see, he knows it. So he knows what it is.
That was a real time, man. What you mean?
Oh man, but yeah, Shaheed, man, I appreciate the call, brother. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Shaheed.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, brother.
Yeah, Bruce, that Ravage and Rick Rude gift I was gonna send you ain't got nothing on this. All Ravage and Rick Rude was doing was dislocating his hips a little bit. That's it. Yeah, that's all he was doing. Yeah, Lee, this is horrible.
Hey man, people out here, there are some people who behave like that.
It all started when Macho Man was doing circles around Mean Gene in those promo videos, and then it turned into that, bro.
Nino, what's good, man?
Hey, I'm proud of you, Bruce. I don't know about I'm on the fence about Mills because he usually be spot on. I'm a little disappointed in Sneed though.
Okay.
Oh.
Because now when we talk about the Canes, we call him the lead GM. And he get blamed for his GM duty. And when you see what SDA is, you got to put the hell on Kawhi Leonard.
How many words did Kawhi Leonard say last year in the NBA? Hold up. How many words did he say last year? 7?
He's just a fun guy.
I don't know. This ain't about hey, what you saying into the public, that don't mean you ain't talking. Or got nobody talking for you. That don't mean that. I don't know if you saying that.
How many quiet people you go after, Nino? Is that typically what you do?
Oh, I'm going to nobody. I love it all. But I'm saying for people that have a problem with the GM and they blame the players for making the decision. Now, what they call it when you can go back and look at something is, and at the time now, I thought Kawhi was on to something.
Mm-hmm.
But I did think he was on to something. We didn't know SGA was going to be this.
Right. Nobody could have known that. Hold on 1 second, Nino. Quick shout. Thank you for the super chat. My life, your entertainment. He says, I'm going to keep a Kobe bean. Jaylen Brown was devalued because he started Black Wall Street in Boston. Outside of the Nike slander and USA snub, that's when Stephen A. started targeting him as well.
Well, y'all might be on to.
I'm sure that had something to do with it. There's a lot going on there, and it's not a good look. But yeah, go ahead, Nino.
Hey, y'all. I was thinking, whoever said that, I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't gonna go. I didn't know.
We all know that's true. But I don't think it got nothing to do with the trade though. It got something to do with all the other stuff, but not the trade. The trade was
right.
With the media.
The trade was the end result of all of it. Yeah.
Now it can't be the worst deal because Chandler Parsons got all that money and didn't play. He did have a
Chandler Parsons.
Yeah, but that's not a superstar. He said the word superstar.
Superstar. What about Embiid being hurt?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That wasn't a free agent signing though. Those were like extensions, which I wouldn't have given Embiid because I like him. Yeah. Those weren't free agent signings. So he got to be free agent. Ooh,
yeah. How about Sean Kemp to the Cleveland Cavaliers?
That's a big one. Did he get big money for that?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's the biggest contract he ever got in the NBA. Sean Kemp.
Yeah, but once again, that ain't a bad signing. That's just Sean Kemp decided to get fat before he got to Cleveland.
Yeah.
I was about to say
he was still Sean Kemp when they signed him, and then they had the lockout.
Yeah.
And he came back fat and out of shape. He wasn't ready. He didn't think the season was gonna be that year. Came back fat. He never lost the weight. Yeah,
DC
so
did that too when he went to Philly after New Jersey. DC, Derek Coleman.
Oh yeah.
By the way, Derek Coleman would have been a problem in today's NBA, but that's a whole.
Oh man, Brad Miller in today's NBA is Jokic. Yeah, he would have been totally destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna say this though, I agree with Mel because I'm not mad at him for getting Kawhi. You got to get Kawhi and pay him, and he could load manage like he was in Toronto. I'm just calling out the hypocrisy. And I'm being a little messy.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm blaming the Kawhi. I'm blaming the Kawhi DM skills. Now, we didn't know Paul George was gonna be Paul George, pandemic piece, but that's what he turned out to be. And I gotta put a little bit of that on Kawhi. But in totality, you gotta get Kawhi if he's on the board for the case. So that's it.
No doubt. All right, Nino, appreciate the call, brother. All right, let's go ahead and we will let's take it to the next topic. And I am going to step back from this one, and I'm going to let the CFO of GTFOH go ahead and take over and run this. Steve Stevenson. Let's go to the next topic.
Yeah, man. LA Lakers. All right. LeBron, no longer a Laker. His tenure with the Lakers is over. The way it's being reported by some, Nick Wright, ESPN, Shams Charania, the usual suspects, Colin Cowherd.
Right.
LeBron has walked away from the Lakers. He has decided the time is right that he should leave LA, depart from the Lakers, no longer look to remain with the team, find somewhere else to play. He still wants to play, but apparently he thought that his time for the LA Lakers is up. Everybody else in the world feels, understands, and thinks and believes, based on the Lakers' actions, that they felt like they were no longer requiring LeBron's services for the LA Lakers.
Well, not at the money he wanted.
Well, so here's what happens, right? He had a 2-year contract 2 years ago. Well, it was a contracted year, and then it was a player option. He received the ability to write his own check, $52 million. It was a player option. He didn't have to take that player option. They could have extended him for another year or two at that moment in time in that offseason. It didn't happen. The whole entire season, LeBron could have been extended. It didn't happen. The offseason then comes, and they have an opportunity to then sign LeBron again. Because remember, those players who with their teams can actually sign with them first before they become free agents. There's no deal offered to him. I don't think there were any deals offered to him personally. I think they left LeBron on red. And if it was able to happen at the very end of everything, when they got all their players signed, when they got their free agents that they were looking to obviously build around Luka, who's the future of their team. Folks, when they brought in Luka Doncic, they said LeBron's time in LA is a wrap. He was on borrowed time once they brought Luka. He just happened to have a guaranteed year and then a player option. If it was up to them, LeBron has a no trade clause. If it was up to them, I think they would have liked to have traded him. But they couldn't because he has a no trade clause. And the other piece to this that people keep forgetting is every single time they were losing in the playoffs, LeBron was their lead guy. So they understood LeBron's limitations. They knew that the time had run up for the Lakers. He was no longer a part of their championship aspirations. It's been 6 years since they won a championship, gentlemen. 6 years. In NBA years, 6 years is a lifetime. Teams don't hang around with the same squad for 6 years hoping to win. That's crazy talk. Teams get dismantled. They get broken up. New players brought in, draft picks. LeBron was in LA for 8 years. They got one championship in the bubble. We can argue about how good of an 8-year stretch it was. I think it's a fun conversation to have. But the way it's being reported, depending on who you ask, LeBron was basically left on red or LeBron walked away from the team. I personally believe, based on everything that happened up to this point, believe that the sunset just happened for LeBron in LA. That's all it was. They didn't ask him to come back. That's pretty much how it went, in my opinion.
So before I let Mel go, this was interesting. I don't know if I told you this yesterday, Sneed. I attempted to listen to What's Right with Nick Wright because I said, as a journalist, you should try to hear both sides. I talked to Mel about this. It was so hard to listen to that guy. I couldn't get through his podcast.
Because they lie?
Man, he had the nerve to say, check this out. Nick Wright, mind you, of all people, had the nerve to say, he talked about the fake Laker fans who are really Kobe stans. And I'm like, this guy has the nerve to talk about who's fake Laker fans? For real?
Well, Kobe's been gone now for a while, so.
But it's the principle of nobody who's a LeBron fan can talk about anybody being a fake fan of a team. You know what I mean? Because all they do is just run around chasing this dude, doing the Shawn Michaels, right? And it is absurd what these people are on. And the fact that he said that, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was literally listening, and right after he said that, I was like, oh man. I tried to call you, and then I called Mel. I was like, nah, I can't.
Do you guys want to do that with this segment? Should we evaluate his 8 years in LA?
So
we should, but we should compare it to Kobe's last 8 years to give it some perspective.
I'll say this real quick. Nick Wright, he made a fair point. It was incomplete, but he did make a fair point. He says individually, what LeBron did in his final 8 years in LA was a Hall of Fame career for most guys. And then he started pointing out Hall of Famers, top 50, top 75 guys that didn't do it. He's like, in his 8 years in LA, he's got 7 All-NBA selections, a Western Conference Finals, and a championship. And he's like, well, that's more than Clyde. That's more than this guy, more than that guy. I was like, that's an interesting perspective. But listening to Nick Wright, all you think about is, yes, these things are true, but the way he's shaping it and framing his argument is often incorrect. Not incorrect, incomplete.
Well, I think the bigger problem is the fact that LeBron was the second best player on the team. So it's hard for me to apply so much credit that way. I have to at least split it, or maybe give more of the credit to Anthony Davis, who during his time in LA was the best two-way player in the NBA.
Yeah, at that time, yeah, he was.
He was an MVP candidate, top 2, right before he got injured and then traded a month later. That's factual. That's not conjecture,
no doubt.
Speculation.
No doubt. Mel, kind of give us your thoughts on not just the fact that LeBron is finished in LA, but, you know, the spin that they try to put on it, as well as where you think he may end up. That's kind of where I wanted to go next. That's the interesting part. And do we think that Bronny has any? You think it's going to take him?
My thoughts on him being done in LA as it pertains to whether he got fired on his day off or he quit.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if that's that important. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, so this is what I think. You know, the leadership change from Jenny Buss to the new ownership with the Lakers. A lot of things get lost in translation. What I think Jenny Buss was geared toward is respecting LeBron James as an all-time great and letting him go out as an all-time great. So I think Jenny Buss was more in line with having him retire Laker. Now, they would like him to retire soon so they can move forward with Luka. But, you know, so I think it would have been a real negotiation to keep him past when his contract was up. Like, they would love for him to have retired this year and walk out into the sunset as a Laker. But we're not going to spend all our money and waste Luka's time with building around him just so we can appease this great so he can retire as a Laker.
Mill, you're aware of the meetings between the Lakers and Luka that didn't include LeBron, right?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Sure. But both those things could be true, that we're moving forward with Luka. Like, that's obvious. We're like, as soon as we bring the younger guy in, you already know that that's what we're doing. But we still have two things that we're trying to do. We do want to honor this great, but we need you to retire. We need you to retire.
But he wasn't giving them a definitive point, right? So, like, if you don't give someone closure, how do they keep planning that way?
Correct. So that's why we got where we got, right? So you not retiring again? Okay, cool. You want to stay? All right. This is the money we can offer if you want to stay a Laker. We want to keep you a Laker, but we can't keep you a Laker as a priority because we have to take this money and go do what they just did today.
But listen to the reasoning of LeBron saying he's walking away from LA. What they're saying, he said he wants to be happy again. When was he treated bad? When did that happen?
When they started negotiating. When they started negotiating. But so I try to shorten this up. So the Lakers wanted to do right by him. LeBron didn't want to retire and it was, it was kind of the same situation with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. Like, dang, Brett, like, come on, man. Like every year, you don't know if you're coming back or not, and you're not giving us what we need to actually run this and do it smooth. Like, come on, we need you to, we need you to retire so we can send you off. So that was one thing. So I don't think the real story is whether the Lakers sent him packing or if LeBron walked away. I don't think that's the real story. The real story is the Lakers really think if they go and get Luka what he's asking for, these centers that he want and these catch and shoot players, that this actually is going to work. It's not going to work.
The only thing we could say definitively is if they build a roster like Dallas did for him, they can get to the finals.
That's what they think. But
that's what they think they could reproduce Dallas 2.0. Right.
But look at what the West is now, though. The West now is not what it was when Dallas got to the finals.
They lost to an NBA Finals, right? They lost to the Celtics. Both the Thunder and the Spurs are better than those Celtics in 2024.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And I don't even think they can, like, without LeBron's leadership and without because LeBron has something over Kevin Durant, right? Without LeBron on that Lakers team, they ain't even messing with the Rockets now that they got Udoka reunited with Marcus Smart, or the ghost of Marcus Smart. I mean, he was able to revive himself during this playoff.
Yes, he was.
And they signed they actually signed 2 point guards. There was Marcus Smart and another one, I can't even remember the name. But they're not playing no games. They might not even be better than Houston. That's my opinion. And dude, yeah, good luck for the Lakers. Yeah, so they actually need LeBron more than they think they do. You know what I mean? I ain't got no smoke for LeBron, man. He on his way out. I done gave LeBron enough smoke. I ain't got no more smoke for LeBron. The Lakers need LeBron.
But I don't think LeBron dictates what happens in the NBA Finals, bro.
Nah, he don't. But neither does Luka. Luka's going to blow a flat tire this season again. That he's on bad wheels. He has Tesla tires with a Tonka truck body.
Damn.
And he's rolling around that thing, and he wants to drive from Las Vegas to North Carolina on that.
Right. Yeah,
it ain't gonna last, though.
Okay, y'all. Any thoughts on where LeBron ends up next season or this season coming?
Don't do this, Bruce.
What? I didn't say anything.
I know what you're gonna do, bro.
I'm not gonna do anything, Steve Stevenson.
See, Horizon Vibes did it, bro. I knew it. He wanted to be in LA so badly.
He did.
He really wanted to play for the Lakers.
Any chance now that Kawhi's gone, he just steps across the street to the Clippers, so he can stay in LA.
No, okay. San Francisco is not that far, so
not on a private jet. No, but
okay, so he goes to Golden State. You're saying there's a high probability.
It's like an 8-hour drive from LA, right?
I believe that rumor. I believe it.
I think the distance to Phoenix is actually shorter.
I think so.
Yeah, but he'll take less money to play with Steph and Draymond. He'll take less money for that.
Well, y'all forgot though that he said, and this is the interesting part. He said that he's not going to Golden State unless AD goes there, right? But to me, that's him just trying to show that, hey, I still have power. I'm still the man. But Washington said, no, we're not trading AD. We have no interest in trading AD. We like him here. So that's not happening. So I'm curious to see now, is he going to hold to that or is he going to cave because he needs someplace to go?
Run the same play. I mean, he's still on the Clutch Sports, and New Orleans said they're not trading AD as well. And AD was like, well, I won't play. So they can run that same play again, and he'll be traded by the deadline.
Man, at some point, man, these people really gotta stop like caving into these damn players, man. At some point, they gotta stand up. Like, look, no, not gonna be able to do it. Oh man. $1.99 super chat from AQG24. Also with LeBron, no more egregious free throw disparities. That should be interesting.
That's true.
Well, there's still the Lakers though, and Luka.
Yeah,
so
Luka. Yeah, they love to get Luka some free throws.
They sure do.
Bro, you remember the record in the regular season last year with those free throws?
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
they had a 95% win percentage when he shot more than 13 free throws.
Yeah. And, it's so funny. SGA is supposed to be the free throw merchant, but Luka shot more free throws than him. But
by a lot.
The same person is always talking about SGA, has nothing to say about Luka. But anyway,
before Rivers got hurt, he would have been on pace to shoot more free throws than SGA too. They would have had two guys. Rivers was shooting them free throws, dog. Reeves
was doing it too.
Who?
Danny Avdija from Portland. He shot more free throws than SGA did also.
Yep, absolutely.
Just another proving the false narrative. But anyway,
ethical basketball though.
Sure, ethical. Yeah. So I'm just curious to know. Like, I'm just thinking, where could LeBron end up next year? My homeboy from Brooklyn was telling me today that LeBron could end up with the Knicks. I'm like, LeBron wants nothing with New York City. He's not built for that. And if you're the Knicks, why would you? You just won. Like, why? Nah, you don't do that. I'm just trying to think. I don't think there's any legitimate contenders other than Cleveland who might be interested.
He should go to Boston, bro. That makes more sense.
He's not doing that.
He should go to Boston.
You're just saying that just to say that. There's no reason for that, and he's not doing that.
What do you mean? It's a historic franchise. It's a team that's got good talent, and they got a great philosophy of taking lots of threes, and he loves to take lots of threes, and he could link up with the Green Mamba.
Stop it. He's not playing in Boston. That's not happening. That's not.
All right, bygones be bygones.
It's not happening, man. Let's all open up the phone lines. 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. Where's LeBron playing next year? What do you think? Also, what do you think about him and Clutch spinning the narrative that they told the Lakers that LeBron won't be there next year? Because we know that's some BS. What up, Bruce?
Hold on for one second, brother. How y'all feeling this evening, man?
Brucey.
Outstanding.
Hey, man. Damn, it's hard to get in this party tonight. Think it's sold out to get in the TheFormatPodcast, brother. Hey, man. Let me say this, man. Dark horse, I'm going to say where I think he might go or should go. I think the favorite is Golden State, dark horse, Minnesota. I think he'll fit in Minnesota with the departure of Naz Reid. It'll be perfect fit with him, Melo. That'll be perfect with his leadership skills.
It's cold as hell over there, bro.
Melo. Oh, yeah, that'll be perfect fit. Oh, yeah, for sure. You can put LeBron at the 5, at the 4 in Minnesota.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Hold on a second, Bruce. Shout out to Nino Action Jack with the 1999 super chat. Thank you, brother. Appreciate the support as always. Go ahead, Bruce.
Yeah, I like that Minnesota move or the Golden State move. Obviously, I heard news that the Wizards wasn't going to get rid of AD, so I guess that's scratched. The super team he was trying to build in Golden State, who knows? Hey, it's quiet. Nobody knows. LeBron ain't hitting nothing. Rich Paul's not hitting nothing. So we all in purgatory wondering what's going to happen.
Because there's nothing really there. They want you to believe that all these teams want LeBron and everybody's out for LeBron. There's nothing really there, man. He fake it.
There's some teams out there that want LeBron. Unfortunately, we don't know that. Trust me, there's teams that Golden State want him.
I'm not saying no team. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not the way they're trying to frame it. That's what I'm saying.
You need to go with some young guns. That'll be a perfect fit.
For what? So he can be rolling up and down the court in his wheelchair? He can't play with no young guns. He has to play with a slow team. He can't play with a team that's going to get out there.
He can play limited minutes with him and Melo and Ant Davis. The three. Who's the three they got? I was my young stud named that's small forward for the Wolves. He played really well for the Wolves. The defensive stopper for the Wolves. I'm not saying, but I bet the favorite Golden State or San Antonio. As far as LeBron leaves the Lakers, hey man, we saw the writing on the wall. The writing on the wall was when they traded AD without his consent. Allegedly, he didn't know what was going on behind closed doors. I guess he felt slighted. That was the beginning of the end. And the beginning of the end. And when they got Luka, that was it. That was the telltale sign. You out your way out the door. We sick of you and your son. The new owner's not kissing his butt like Genie busting them wells.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, hey, man, like I say, man, that's messed up how the Lakers did the Alpha and Omega, man. He brought the Lakers back to relevancy, man. I don't care, man. The Lakers was trash for LeBron James. He deserved more. How can I say? His cachet deserved more respect than how they, how could I say, not wanting them back. Because we all know they don't want them back since Luka got there.
What was the Lakers' record in 2019?
The Lakers will be hurt without. I'm telling you. Hold on, Steve. The Lakers, they're going. How could I say? They're gonna hurt next year without LeBron. And they underestimating this. It look like the Lakers got a. How could I say this? With him, look, the whitest Lakers team I ever saw in my life with Tim Silent Kessler. That big three all white.
Yeah, when they was in Minneapolis, it looked like that. But here's the thing, though, bro.
Need more like you. How are you?
What was they supposed to do, though, man? LeBron wanted the bag. They can't give him the bag and compete.
True. The bag
it just didn't work out. They can't, like, LeBron wanted the bag. He felt like he deserved the bag, and so did his agent. So the Lakers was like, we can't give you the bag, dog. We got to go build this team around Luka. We got Luka, and it's the only way it's gonna be able to work. We got to go all in on Luka. We can't do both timelines.
You're right, Mr. Mill. You're absolutely right. But let's see, man. I guarantee you this: the Lakers will be last in defense next year. So can't nobody guard nobody on perimeter.
Is there anything lower than last? Because I think that's probably where they'll be at.
Hey, check this out. Hey. But LeBron and Clutch Sports was very, very smart. They made sure they signed Brownie. They signed Brownie before he left.
You know what I think that has to do with? Because I don't think he's going to be there. There's no minutes for him. Okay, I think that makes it easier to trade him to wherever LeBron ends up.
Okay, remember Leonard's playing. Hey, man, watch out for LeBron in Minnesota, though. I'm just saying, don't be surprised. We don't know yet. It's up in the air. We ain't no hits floating. We don't know what's going on.
I mean, that's true, but I can't see him running with Melo and Ant-Man. Okay.
I'll hit you back, bro.
All right, man. Good call from Bruce. Caller from Chicago. I saw you. If you were trying to get in just now, go ahead, call us back. All right. Nino, what up?
Man, y'all crazy. Hey, Bruce.
What up?
Man, I think it was a mutual decision.
I don't, but go ahead.
Unless you think now, we can't have it both ways. Do you think that he's going to try to win a ring, or you think that he wants the cash? I think it was either or. He had to pick. So you can't say he went to go win a ring and then say he want to stay in LA. So that just ain't gonna happen.
So here's my thing. That's a great point, Nino, and you're 100% right. If he wants to go win a ring, which is fine, that would be fine. But he told us that ring culture is weird, right? He told us that. Am I making that up?
So then the weirdest thing would be chasing a championship.
Correct. So
no, y'all don't know what ring. See, y'all gotta stop with the youth vocabulary. Y'all don't know what it means, like a bag. Y'all be saying what y'all think stuff's supposed to mean.
Okay,
which would make sense what it means. Ring culture is saying Draymond Green think he better than Kenyon Martin. That's ring, because I got these rings and I played this part.
Sir, you just did what you accused us of.
That's what I thought.
Look.
So, okay.
How do I do that?
Guys,
you just made up something. I'd never heard that in my life.
No. Nino is right in what he's saying. He's right in how he's breaking.
Yeah, but nobody ever. Where's that rule from? That's what it means. You just said that.
That's what the youth say that. That's what y'all think they bring up something. Tall Buster ain't one, and we don't listen to Tall Buster.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all think that's ring culture? That's what they're saying.
Yeah. So okay, so if rings don't matter, then why is LeBron still out here supposedly chasing it?
Oh my God, that don't mean rings don't matter. You don't want to win a ring.
Well, he's got 4 already, right?
That means it's context 2 rings.
Okay, all right. Oh, so
That's
just to clarify, not all rings are the same. Is that right, Nino?
Huh?
You said there's context to rings, right?
And what value would a ring have if he was the 3rd or 4th best player on the team?
There you go.
No, yeah. So if he win a ring, that's what. See, I'm a real basketball fan.
We know you are.
And he's a 3rd player. That's not the same as him being a number 1 option in Miami. Now he can still play a big role, but from Miami to even when he was in LA, he was the leader of the team, ran the team. Now he had some top dogs.
He was the 2nd best player on his championship team.
You know what? I got a good spot for him. Why not go to Philly and be their power forward?
That's where I was going with it, Mel. But only thing I was saying about Philly, that's what I was gonna say. He should go if they get a backup center for Embiid, because we know he ain't gonna be there. Everything else is in place.
Right.
But you gotta have something for Embiid, because you know he just ain't.
Yeah,
do he got the knees y'all be talking about, like the stuff that go out and he can't be fixed? Do he got that?
I think so. Yeah.
His body, it's just not working.
Yeah, and he's always on the damn ground. That ain't helping either. You know, every time you fall down, you got to get that 7'2" frame back up again. That's no joke.
Right. So besides Golden State City, that's the sleeper since they got Brown. Because I really thought Cleveland should try to get Brown and Brun, but they would have had to keep Harden, so I don't like that. Philly, I'm with Mel. Philly. As far as the Lakers go, he had to leave LA. They got 2. You committed money to 2 people that just can't play defense. You'd have paid Brun, that'll be 3.
Mm-hmm.
If you would have wanted to go play with your son, but you ain't winning. So I think they had to make a decision. What we doing here? And they make sense for everybody. Get out of there.
They should have been did that, but anyway.
Go, man. Sneak, keep him in line, Sneak. You know Bruce.
Why you got to be all that? Why you got to be all that?
I got you, Nino. I got you, bro.
Keep him in line. All right, Bruce.
All right, brother. All right. Caller from Chicago. I want to get you in. I know you've been trying to get in. We haven't heard from you all night, so let's get you in. BC from Georgia. What's good, man?
BC.
What's up, man?
What up, brother?
Mel, what's going on, man?
What's poppin'?
So, look, man, in my opinion, every time he started in Cleveland, he leave him, he go back. Then he leave him, just go ahead and go back home.
And
I heard he got a documentary on the way, so let you go ahead, do it. You the kid.
BC, he's from Akron, bro. He ain't from Cleveland. Just thought I'd throw that out there, bro.
Man, that's all Cleveland to me, man. That ain't my nigga.
Oh boy, here we go.
Hey, man,
he's a kid from Akron. He ain't a kid from Cleveland, bro.
We know he's not a kid from Cleveland, Sneed, but yeah.
Yeah, to go ahead and end it over there. My thing with LeBron, man. Hey, if you're a real Lakers fan, I think you should be happy, man. You ain't got to deal with all them dudes coming in telling you that your team wasn't relevant until he got there. Like you wasn't playing primetime games when you had Lou Will and D'Angelo Russell on the team. So, man, I don't know, bro. Like, I think he really needs to just go to Cleveland, man, and just end it off right there, man. I ain't. Anything you do, it don't change what I think of you, LeBron. You know, you were all-time great. I just don't see you as the greatest player of all time. That's it. That's all I got to say.
There you go. Appreciate the call, brother. Thank you.
Sir.
All right. Caller from Chicago. What's good, man? Who's this?
What's going on? This is George. I just want to say that I really have no hard feelings about LeBron, but people are just not telling the truth about the individual. Number one, the bubble ship. If it wasn't for Rondo and AD, they wouldn't have won that. Let's tell the truth about that. Number two, when Darvin Ham asked him to play less so they can try to win, what did he do? He disagreed and went against the coach. Number three, the Lakers could have never gave him a no-trade clause because then he's got them held hostage. They couldn't get out of it. They went and tried to get all the players that he wanted twice, 3 times, and still failed. So now his time is done in LA. Wherever he goes, it's not going to help because if anybody paid attention, in the third and fourth quarters, LeBron is out of gas. That's my call.
I got you, man. I appreciate the call, George. Thank you, brother.
Thanks, George. Appreciate you. We're gonna hijack the stream real quick to do a geography lesson. Okay, so the capital city of Ohio is Columbus. It is centered in the state. In the northwest, you have Toledo. Southwest, you have Cincinnati. Here's Northeast Ohio, where Cleveland is. Oh my goodness, look at Cleveland and all of its little, connected suburbs here. Oh, would you look at that? 50 miles south in a different county.
So that's about an hour away, right? That's about an hour away, right?
You have Akron, Ohio, which is a totally different city than Cleveland, Ohio.
Steve, you're talking as if we're not aware of this.
No, you're obviously not aware of this because
we're obviously aware of this.
But keep implying he needs to go home. Well, where is home?
He's going home to Ohio and home to his home NBA team.
Hold up, bro. No. We're gonna play this game. No, we're gonna play.
We're not gonna play this game.
Yes,
right?
we are gonna play this game. No, where are you from, bro? North Carolina, right?
Fayetteville.
Where are you from?
Hold on, Steve.
Yeah. Goldsboro. Where are you from, Doc? Raleigh.
Hold on. Let's say you're born in the top of the Bronx, right? Who's your home team? The Knicks. So if you go home, you're going home to New York, right? To New York City. If you're from Long Island, your home team is the Knicks. You could be on the edge of Long Island, but if you get drafted by or traded to the Knicks, you're going home to play for the Knicks. Come on, man. Don't do that.
Bro,
don't do that.
He said 20 years ago, I'm not from Cleveland.
I'm
from Akron.
We understand. You're taking this personally because you're a Cleveland guy, but you're not.
Let him cook. You gotta let him cook, man.
You know what? I'm gonna let Bruce cook his damn self. Is what I'm gonna let him do.
This is too easy. Like that's his home team.
Easy.
That's why when people
you are so wrong, you can't even admit it.
Sneed, it's not about being wrong. Okay, I just gave you an example. You can be from Long Island, which is not Manhattan. But if you get drafted by the hold on.
At the start of his career,
Steve, hold on.
Akron is home. I'm not from Cleveland.
Steve, you're not listening.
His favorite team is the New York Yankees, the Dallas Cowboys.
You're arguing just to argue, bro. If you're from Long Island, which is not Manhattan, it's not New York City, and you get drafted or traded to the Knicks, you're going home to play. It's a different county.
You know what, Bruce? I wasn't going to say anything. I wasn't going to say anything,
hold on.
but you know what? Your hat sucks, bro. Your hat is terrible.
I like it. When Steph Marbury got traded to play when he went to play for the Knicks, right? He went home. Steph Marbury's not from Manhattan. Steph Marbury's from Brooklyn, which is Kings County, a different county. That was your argument, right? But he went home to play for the Knicks. You're not understanding the connotation.
The Cavs ain't home.
Hold on. People aren't saying he's from Cleveland, but Cleveland is his home team.
Why are you saying that? That's a lie.
So who's the home team? Okay, cool.
You damn lie, bro.
Okay, Steve, who's the home team if you're from Akron? Who is your home NBA team if you're from Akron?
I don't care who his home team is. It ain't Cleveland Cavaliers, bro.
Who's the home team if you're from Akron? 50 miles away.
It's irrelevant. His favorite team is the Yankees. His favorite team is
You're arguing just to argue.
Hold on. I
dismantled your point using your same argument.
Bruce, I think he got a point. What he's saying is LeBron didn't grow up rooting for Cleveland. That wasn't home for him. It was home for Sneed. Did you grow up rooting for Cleveland?
Exactly.
Right. So
exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, he's making that distinction. That's not his home.
No, listen. You're not. I don't think you're following what I'm saying. Okay, that's why I made the analogy of Steph Marbury going home to play for the Knicks.
But Marbury rooted for the Knicks, though. He grew up having reverence for the Knicks, though.
Sneed just said same county. That was his argument, right? It was a different county. Brooklyn is not in the same county as the New York Knicks and Madison Square Garden. But if he went, even if he was from Long Island, right? When Dr. J went to play for the Nets, right? The New York Nets, right? He went home, right? You see what I'm saying? So even though you might not technically be from that city, you don't have to necessarily technically be from that city to go home. If you're from that area, and again, once more, if you're from Akron, since there's no other pro basketball team in that state, or for the most in that state, then that's the home team. So yeah, it makes sense to say he's going home. He's 50 miles away, whether or not he's from Cleveland.
I speak for myself.
Bro.
I speak for myself on this, right? When I'm out of North Carolina, like I am now, I'm in Cali.
Mm-hmm.
The Panthers, the Hornets, that's the home team because it's North Carolina. When I'm in North Carolina, I can't rep Charlotte because I'm from Greensboro. So if I'm in North Carolina, I can't rep amongst other North Carolinians and claim Charlotte when I'm from Greensboro. When I leave North Carolina, I can rep everything in North Carolina. That's how I look at it, right? Okay. So when LeBron is in Ohio, you need to rep Akron like you normally do. Let people from Cleveland rep. They got pride in their city as well. Let them rep Cleveland. You're not from here. Like it so every state is set up different. Like people in Chicago don't let people on 65th Street represent 63rd. And it's 2 blocks away. Like you can't claim something that you didn't grow up in because we know what that's about.
But if you're from Evanston, right, which is not Chicago, if you're from Evanston, the Bears are your home team.
No,
it's not that hard.
You got to let Snead got pride in his own Cleveland city, and he's saying we don't accept LeBron as that. This is not your home. I think we got to respect it.
Okay. Caller from Texas. What's good, man?
Yo, this is Funky Town. How y'all doing?
Yo, what up, man? I'm sorry, man. I've been arguing. What's up, brother?
Oh, good. This is crazy.
It is. I agree.
Y'all sound like a cackle of hens right now talking about this dude.
I love it. I love it.
This dude, I know you knew Mel, but the dude that y'all talking about, like we give him way too much energy to this ball. Right? This dude, right. He was. I told no Mel knows this. I said it. I said when they didn't do anything with that extension, when they let him get to that player option, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
They were. That should have been like, okay, hey man, if you're gonna do this player option, let's do your little go away this year, your little farewell, and then move on. But that joker, like I think Mel said it, he wanted the money. He wanted to keep doing all that. They want to kneecap the franchise, keep kneecapping franchises. They can't make any moves. You act like you want to be competitive, but you keep doing all this other uncompetitive stuff because you're old. You don't play defense, and you only want to give energy on one way. So I'm wondering when people talk about him playing power forward, like what are you smoking? It's even as soft as the NBA is right now, him playing power forward and having to get down on the block is crazy talk.
So Funky Town, can I push back on you for a second? Pause with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's actually fair because you sound like an older gentleman. You're probably around my age group, right? So I think that's actually fair because if you remember, power forwards when we were coming up, when we were watching ball, were totally different. Power forwards aren't power forwards like they used to be. So there's actually right. So I think there's less actual
to move.
Somewhat.
You got to move.
Well, you know,
move
but these
from
teams
the block to the line.
But these teams are going to hide LeBron, and they're gonna make sure the perimeter defenders do all that moving.
And who got time to try to win a championship, and you still having to babysit a geriatric player?
Listen, I'm with you. I'm with you. I was just pushing back a little bit on you saying like, you know, at the four he would have to defend the block.
Whether or not Cleveland is his home team or not, knowing damn well that's who drafted him.
Right.
Damn home team.
Right.
He's been going back to home best.
Who drafts you is now your home team?
No, that's
what now?
Oh,
man, who drafts you is now your home team?
They went up there and rigged the lottery to make sure that Cleveland got him in 2003. do not let's not play this game. Please no. And
I didn't say anything about how he was drafted. I was just saying that you can't say it's his home team because he was drafted by them.
In the same zip code.
Kobe was drafted by the Charlotte Hornets. What's your point?
What does that got to do with anything?
Exactly. That's the team that drafted him. It's not his home team.
Did they rig the 96, 97 draft?
No, and I didn't claim that had anything to do with it. I'm saying a team that drafts you is not your home team.
No, I don't think Funky Town was saying that.
Did Kobe go back to them? No. So
not his home team.
I don't even know how Kobe goes into this situation. The point I'm making is, as far as I'm concerned, where he should be playing next year is on the couch next to his son.
Agreed.
Playing on PlayStation.
Right.
That's where he should be.
2K.
Playing 2K. That's where he should be.
Agreed.
But as far as, he's a poison pill. I don't care where you send him. I don't care what franchise you go to. He is a poison pill.
Agreed. Just don't send him to
Boston. Goes
Boston.
there, he's going to be a cancer cell.
Yep.
And whoever's in there, like somebody said, go to Minnesota. I think Ant's going to put up with that for about 2 games. And it's going to be toxicity.
Yeah.
Ant wants to take like 30 shots a game. I don't even know if that's going to work with LaMelo.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And Ant, he ain't going back down. He ain't gonna let him just go in there and do his normal LeBron ball. It ain't gonna be LeBron ball when it's already Ant ball up there. So, I don't see. Personally, I don't think they got a winning formula up there in the first place. But no, he ain't gonna put up with that, man. And again, to me, anybody and somebody said something about Philly, that might be something. But if you think New York fans are bad, listen, Philly fans are ruthless. They threw D batteries at Santa Claus.
Yeah, they did. They sure did.
LeBron can handle it.
LeBron can't handle.
No,
he
don't
can't
start.
handle good. He can't. Man,
Bron can handle that, man.
Said that.
Man, Funky Town, Mel messing with you, man. Don't fall
I know
for
he's just trying to push my button right
Yeah,
now. But
for
he
sure.
I'm okay.
Yeah,
right now. But no, Mel just trying to push my buttons right now. But
but I'm there. I'm for real. I think Bron can handle that, man.
Bron, that's how you know he's lying, bro. He said Bron.
Been in the league 3-4 years, man. Come on, dog.
All right, Funky Town. Appreciate the call, brother. Thank you, man.
You guys got it. Y'all have a good one.
No doubt, man. My Life, Your Entertainment. What's good, man?
Yeah, right now. What's up, man? What's going on?
Maintaining, brother. Last call on this topic. What's up?
Hey, now let me pause, man. I was kind of watching the playback, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bruce, man. I rock with you. I support you. I support Mel. And you got Steve, man. I rock with him too.
Appreciate you, bro.
But I gotta agree with Mel, man. Like, no pun intended. When he was saying that, as far as Steve was saying that, and Mel when they were saying that, like, as far as Akron not being his home, even though it's in Ohio, as far as LeBron, I threw the narrative out saying that basically, if I'm from Columbia, South Carolina, and then I say I'm gonna go home and play, as far as being a college recruit, automatically people are gonna assume the South Carolina Gamecocks, and that's what I'd be referring to, not the Clemson Tigers. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. I'm not arguing with you, but all right, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, we ain't arguing. We not arguing, bro. We debating.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to explain why, even though we know that technically he's not from Cleveland, why it said that he would be going home. That's not an irrational perspective. Now, if you're from Cleveland and you want to take that personally,
so my name is Steve, and you keep calling me Sanford. I'm supposed to be cool with this, bro?
I said Steve. I didn't say Stanford.
No, I'm talking about Bruce, bro. I'm talking about Bruce. I'm roasting Bruce all day.
I got it.
Like I said, man, Steph Marbury is not from Manhattan, but the Knicks are home. So I'm just saying.
Right.
He's from another county.
You know what? And I heard what you said that. But I don't know if y'all pay attention to Funny Marco, but him and Tisha Campbell just had an interview.
Oh, really?
They had the same debate about Jersey and New York.
Yeah.
Because Funny Marco was telling her she's from New York.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, no, I'm from Jersey. and Funny Marcus
That's a
said,
little
no,
different.
I'm from.
It's
Yeah,
a little different. That's
they were saying
nice.
they
That's
were
nice,
saying it's the
Bruce.
same. Yeah, but they were saying it's the same state.
No, it's
So-
not. It's the tri-state area, but it's not the same state, though.
Right. So to that point, she ended up saying that. No, he ended up saying that on Kansas City because Funny Marco was from Kansas City,
Mm-hmm.
and she ended up saying, so is Kansas City the same as being from Kansas? And then they laughed it out, and they was like, no, hell no, because it's on the state line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's you know. I mean, I bet you Kenny Smith would say he's going home, right? When he goes home and he goes to see the Knicks play. Oh, I'm going home. Kenny Smith from Queens, Jamaica, Queens. That's a different city and a different county. So, you know, anyway. All right. But go ahead, land the plane, brother.
Okay, brother. Yeah. Hey, love the show, man. Appreciate the call, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for tuning in.
No problem, man.
All right, fam. Dang. Woo. Got some heat tonight. All right, let's get to the next topic, y'all. Steve Stevenson, continue. Lakers made a lot of big roster moves I don't know about big. They made a lot of roster moves today. I think things that will improve their team, but give us your thoughts on that, kind of some of the moves, where you see him, what some of those moves were, et cetera, man. Where are you with some of this?
All right, let's go through the players they signed today.
Sure.
Colin Sexton, they gave him a 2-year deal, $19 million. It's a 1-1. One is a contract, the other one's a player option.
Okay.
That addresses the guard position. All right, so we're talking about bench, role players. Quentin Grimes gets signed 4 years. It's a $60 million deal, so a little bit more long-term and substantial. He's obviously the prototypical 3-and-D player.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to give them a defensive presence on the perimeter and be able to knock down the 3-point shot, right? That's a Luka decision right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bring me a guy who could do these two things. Okay, they also bring in Sandro. I don't even know how to say his last name, bro. The dude that played for Toronto.
Yeah.
Mamukelashvili.
Yeah.
4-year, $52 million. He'll be backing up Walker Kessler, who they signed to a 4-year, $130 million deal, which is obviously the more substantial one that they did a sign and trade with the Jazz. So the A1 center that Luka wanted, was Walker Kessler. They got that.
Okay.
And then the other players are kind of backing up the big position and then addressing scoring and defense at the guard positions.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously Luka and Austin Reeves are injury concerns.
Mm-hmm.
One is not really a playoff riser.
Mm-hmm.
They want to kind of bring in guys that complement and fit. They basically reconstructed the roster to now actually have a bench that has legitimate scoring.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is they're not going to be strong on the perimeter and defense.
That's where I was going.
So you can't, like, Quentin Grimes cannot be the only guy defending the perimeter. That's not going to work.
Right.
So they're going to have to figure something out in terms of a philosophy, a system. I think JJ is going to have to do some real coaching in order to make this thing work,
Yeah, I also think this is where they should have pushed to try and get a Jaylen Brown, because they're going to get beat on the perimeter a lot, and they need somebody to anchor that thing on the back line.
Well, that's supposed to be Walker Kessler.
Okay, who would you rather have doing that, Walker
Jaylen
Kessler?
Brown.
Okay, I was just checking. That was my thought too.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
They also had DeAndre Ayton pick up his player option. So
that's true.
But he's clearly going to be in a backup role because he's only making $8 million.
Mm-hmm.
So he's exercising his option. Obviously, there's no market for him, but there's still a couple of players that, Luke Kennard signed with the Suns. Is Marcus Smart? That's it. He's out of LA. Like, there's no chance.
Yeah, he already signed with Houston.
Okay, then that's that. So it's basically a reconstructed bench and a couple of new pieces added to the starting lineup, right? Like, what about Rui? What's the situation with him?
Not decided yet.
Okay, so that's important because Rui actually, he gives you positional flexibility. Small forward, power forward, kind of, like modern NBA player. He's proven to actually be a pretty reliable shooter, and he's a willing defender. So kind of is valuable. He played well for them last year, actually. Hit some game-winning shots. Yeah.
Minnesota better be calling them.
That would be a nice pickup for them. That would. So the Lakers did all this. Interesting, Bruce. A lot of these deals are 3-year with player option for the 4th, which basically tells me this is an experiment for Luka for about 3 years with these guys. Like the way that they brought in Quentin Grimes, Mamuka Vashelli, Walker Kessler, they're all 3 years with a player option, right? So they want flexibility after about 3 years with these guys. So they may redo this thing after about 3 years. And if like Luka just signed his deal, he's got what, 2 left after this year on his extension?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so yeah, that's kind of where these players are. They're going to look different. They're going to play different. It's not going to be what the team was last year. It definitely is not.
Yeah, and this is why it's fool's gold though, because with this style of play, with the high screen and roll offense, where you need 3 shooters on the floor and a screen setter that can either roll or pick and pop as your big, that formula seemed to work. It worked with LeBron when he did it, but the what you need around it to work is crazy, and it's a dead offense that is fool's gold, because we've seen it work with LeBron, but it worked with LeBron with super teams or close to super teams, and they thinking that they can make it work with Luka. And here's the issue: when you got a player like Michael Jordan who plays both ends of the floor, he plays defense, he's in shape, he's a really good scorer, and all of that stuff, finding shooters to put around him that don't have to be defensive stoppers, but once they get with the Bulls, everyone else is playing defense, and if they want to get on the floor, they have to raise their level of defense a little bit. So you end up getting people like Kukoc and Judd Buechler, who are not great defenders, that also defend well enough to be on the floor. So I would rather have the situation to where my best player is the defender and his help is just the shooters, versus with Luka, you need his help to be knockdown shooters, dominant scorers, and be the defense for him. And all he does is score and distribute. That's a horrible formula that they're trying to get to work. It's not supposed to work. If it works, it's a miracle.
I think the bigger issue with a Luka offense. Okay, so if you were talking about the Bulls, what the Bulls were able to do in those years, defense turned into very instant offense. They would force turnovers, and then the ball was going the other way for easy points. It was a 3-on-2, it was a 2-on-1. It was easy offense. I mean, some teams are so good defensively, they'll score 25 to 35% of their points on fast breaks off of turnovers.
Right.
So, I mean, those are high quality buckets. They're usually dunks, they're usually layups.
Sneed, why didn't I think of that?
What's that?
This dude called them the snow time layups. God.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
The LA Snow Owls.
That is hilarious.
The snow time. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yo, that's too funny, man.
I mean, they had some of that going last year, bro. Luke Kennard and who was the other dude, bro?
They was trying to. JJ Redick is going back to his Duke roots, and it's showing. But it makes their star feel comfortable. But like, you know what I mean? It was hard. It was hard for Luka to lead some of them dudes in Dallas when it was JaVale McGee, Theo Pinson, all those guys over there.
I don't even know who Theo Pence is.
Really?
Theo Pinson, North Carolina Tar Heel.
It wasn't hard for Bird to lead his teams.
Who?
Bird. He was a white guy.
Sure, he's a real leader, but still, man, they was having team meetings left and right, and some of that stuff leaked with some of the Dallas media members, where they were sitting in the freaking meetings telling him, "I don't like playing with you. I don't like playing in this offense." It was bad for Luka, and I think he don't want to get in a situation where he needs more subservient guys, and I think,
what the problem is, Mil?
Yeah,
he never won it. There's no proof that it works with him. So those players are like, bro, I can't shine like this.
Yeah.
Right.
You throwing me grenades with 2 seconds, 3 seconds. I can't do nothing with this.
Yeah. Yeah, but he needs more betas to buy into that. Alphas won't buy into that because unless you get them in a situation where you got Kyrie and it's like no other team would take a chance on you because Brooklyn damaged your name so much, and you get Kyrie in there and he's like, "Hey man, thanks for giving me a chance and give me a contract. I do whatever you want." But that's the only way you get an alpha in there with Luka. Other than that, you need betas or people who like love him enough to be his really good friend, like Austin Reeves, and that's what LeBron was doing as well. Like when he go get an alpha, is usually one of his best friends or a Clutch Sports client.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But other than that, betas have to be on that squad to buy into that, because betas are only people who will be okay with sitting in the corner watching you dribble the air out of the ball and then come down and play defense for you.
I never heard nobody say this. This on the screen. I didn't hear nobody say that.
I'm surprised this comes from World Breaker. That's a shocker. And we know how this guy gets down. That's a shock.
Yeah.
First I heard of that.
Yeah. First of all, World Breaker better not be a Celtics fan. Nah, we get him up out of there. Nah.
Well, I might live under a rock, but I ain't smoking it, bro. Chill.
Nah, nobody that has no respect for history can respect the Celtics. I know that.
They call it their Ready Rock, Sneak.
Just saying.
All right, let's go ahead. We'll take a couple calls on this, then we'll get to this final topic and get out of here. This has been a good one. All right, 904-219-8264, 904-219-8264. What do you guys think of the Lakers roster moves? Do you guys think that they have made moves to make them competitive in an ultra-competitive Western Conference? Do you think they've just set themselves back?
Of course, they could do the same thing.
No-time Lakers.
50 wins, second round exit,
Mm-hmm.
Luka injured, back hurt, strained calf, hamstring, baby mama. He got to go back to Croatia.
Right.
It could be more of the same. Austin Reeves, left pinky toe dislocation. You know, it could be more of that, bro.
Yeah. Caller from California. Who's this?
Hey, my name is Anthony, man. How y'all doing?
What's going on,
Anthony?
Thank you for calling, man.
Hey, Mel, I didn't know you. I all this time I thought you was in North Carolina. You in Cali?
Yeah, I'm in Cali, homie. But I be in both places. You know, I'm ambidextrous.
Okay, I can dig it. But yeah, on the topic, man, I think, the Lakers, it was time to turn the page. I think they did what they could with the time frame they was working with. They kind of got put on the clock. LeBron put him in this position. This is what he always do, by the way. And if he go to Golden State, they're going to find that out too. But as far as the roster go, I think they might be a little too methodical. You know what I'm saying? All these guys have a sort of methodical kind of game, and they don't really have no dynamic athlete. You could call Walker Kessler a rim runner. He could catch a lob, but is he a dynamic athlete? I don't think so. Luka, not a dynamic athlete. Austin, not a dynamic athlete. So I might give us about 48 wins this year, but either way, I'm perfectly fine with going down in order to come up. And that was not an option with the Lakers, with LeBron on the team. And one last thing, a lot of people, when they talk about LeBron leaving, they say, what was the team before he came? This is what they always say. What was he before they came? But now we got 6 years of losing. So you say, okay, Kobe tore his Achilles 2013. You came 2018. That's 5 years. Now we've been losing for 6 years. So somebody explain to me what we've been doing for the last 6 years. So I'm saying it was time to move on. I like what we did with the roster to try to start the Luka era. It's a good step in the right direction. And I'm a rock with them now. They've been my team since I was little. I've been in absentia, but now I'm back, and we're gonna see what to do.
Hey, Anthony, before you go, I hope really do. I hope you really do like this roster, because this is it. Because as far as trades, y'all don't have any more tradable draft picks for 7 years.
I got you. I got you. But we do got a mega star. We do got a closer.
And when you say mega, you mean weight, correct?
What'd you say?
When you say mega, you mean weight, as in titties?
No.
Okay.
No, he's a mega star now, Mel.
I know.
Yeah. So, and he's a shot maker of all shot makers. You know what I'm saying? So, and at the end of games, he can make some tough shots. So, are we a 58 win team? No, we not nowhere close to that.
50.
Well, we have started the clock in a new direction. Even if it turns out it's not Luka, people make the assumption that Laker fans we can't deal with no losing. Yes, we can if we moving in the right direction. So
how do you like your duo? Like when you rank your duo of Austin Reeves and Luka versus all the other dynamic duos, what do you think they rank? Let's just do the West, because it's too much to do the East. But hold on, let's start with. Hold on, let's start with this. Hold on, I'm gonna be quick.
Okay, run me down.
SGA and J-Dub, is Luka and Reeves better than that duo?
Absolutely not.
Wemby and Castle.
Given what Wemby could do on both ends, Castle showed a lot of holes in his game. So, but the greatness of Wemby
defense ain't one of them, though.
For me to say they better. So I got to go with Wemby.
Okay.
If I make that Dylan Harper, doesn't that change something?
It does. It does.
Okay. Well, Dylan Harper not better than that. Hold on. Let's go through this. Let's go through this.
Run me down.
Ant-Man, LaMelo Ball.
Yeah.
Jeez. No, they're not.
Okay.
LaMelo is better than Austin.
I'm gonna go young. I'm gonna go real young. Let's see if we can find something that they're better than that. Let's go really young with Jaren Jackson Jr. and Darren Peterson in Utah.
Haven't even seen that.
Oh well, Darren Peterson. Yeah, they better than them. They better than them.
Okay, all right, we found one. Ding, we found one. Okay, cool. We found one. What about what about Kevin Durant and Sengun?
That's tough, man. It's tough. Probably not. If we just talking.
Okay, last one. Cooper Flag and Kyrie Irving.
I'm gonna say yes on that one.
You gonna say yes on that? Okay. And the verdict is y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all ain't going nowhere.
You don't give us 48 wins.
I give y'all 48
wins. Cool.
I give y'all 50. I give y'all 50 wins.
Right.
Okay, yeah, that's all I'm saying. There's no way this is a championship.
Okay, first round bounce or a second round bounce?
I'll give us a second round, depending on who we get in the first. If we get Wemby, it's a wrap.
I ain't even say Jamal Murray and Jokic. I suppose
because you wouldn't do that, Mill. You know.
But the problem in the playoffs is that the athletes is going to overwhelm us. That's the problem.
Of course they will. Of course they will. Y'all dog food out there, man.
I'm not a delusional Laker fan. You know what I'm saying? The athletes in the playoffs is going to overwhelm us, and we're going to probably lose badly. It's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm comfortable because I just couldn't deal with another year of LeBron.
No doubt.
I feel you.
All right, brother. Thank you for the call.
I appreciate y'all time, man. I like what y'all doing. Keep it up.
Man, I appreciate that. Hit that like and subscribe, brother.
All right, got you.
All right, we're going to take one more call on this topic. Whoever gets in, and then
Look at Transformer.
To the final one. Yeah, I know.
Bro, there is a segment of Lakers fans that are like breathing again. I think Transformers one of them.
Shoot. Chief, good evening, sir.
What up, Bruce? I kind of feel your pain on this topic. Hell, I ain't comfortable when I'm a Laker fan. Right. We got 3 white guys. They ain't from Boston. They ain't from the 80s. They ain't aged. They not McHale, and they damn so ain't Bird. So we're screwed. We're screwed.
I like
it. I know you would like it. Because my thing is this. Okay. Who's gonna defend on this team? Like, first, really gonna defend. And those guys, those young guys, these guys are young, they're athletic, they hungry, they're gonna see them barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken. So
not only who's going to defend, who's going to hold everybody accountable for when they don't defend or they do miss assignments. Because one thing you're not going to do to me is get mad at me and tell me to do something that you're not willing to do or put your neck on the line to do. Right. So if I'm saying Luka getting big, because right now the way they did this roster, there's no one that can hold Luka accountable on the roster. Either you haven't done enough in the league, you're not good enough, or you know what I'm saying? They picked everyone that's going to be easy to be subservient to Luka. So now he's the top dog again, and nobody can really look at him like, dude, no, you need to do this. So now he's the guy that's the end all be all. And when he missed these assignments, is it going to be Austin Reeves, Walker Kessler, Quentin Grimes, or the guy from Toronto? Who's going to look at Luka and say, no, you missed that freaking assignment. Step the fuck up. Who's going to do that? No one can do that to Luka, and JJ can't do it either. So they just set themselves up for failure.
Will Luka even be more dedicated to get in shape? I know they might hate LeBron, but at least he tries to work out and show up.
So Chief, let me ask you this, bro. If somebody did everything for you, just for you, exactly like you wanted, would you be taking things more seriously, or would you be riding the wave?
He got it good. He riding the wave.
He is going to come into this NBA season 30 pounds heavier than he came into last season.
Yep.
Because that's his normal state. His normal state is to be out of shape. It's unusual for him to be in shape. That's not common.
Right. And that's gonna drive me crazy because
they gave him big money and they brought in all the guys he wanted. He's gonna be a fat cat.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah. So I'm just like,
the risk is real.
Yeah. I hope everything's all right, but I just don't see it. I'm looking at past performance as a future indicator with Luka. I just I can't. I just can't wrap my arms around him because he's fat and he's out of shape. And if he's fat out of shape,
it's not normal for the best player on a team for us to be having a discussion about conditioning. That's not normal.
Well, when they get when people like Luka get motivated, they can use that motivation to come in shape. Shaq did it a couple of times. Charles Barkley did it.
How old was Shaq though?
This was the first year in Miami.
Pre or post championships?
Post championships.
See, all this is very different. Luka has achieved nothing.
Yeah, but Charles Barkley was the same. When Charles Barkley got to Phoenix, he was super motivated to get in shape. He had just finished with Dream Team, and that was his MVP season. That was his best year. So I think
he was in shape in Philly though.
Yeah, 1990, he was second in MVP voting all over the place, like 28.
He was the round amount of rebound in Philly too, though. He was in shape and out of shape.
Very early though, but anyway, guys.
Right. But Moses said it best. You know, somebody needs to call Luka out.
Sure.
You're fat and you're lazy. You need to get better. But nobody should tell him that.
You have nobody on the team who could tell him. Or who can hold
JJ
on.
Redick, I think, said something, didn't he? When they got beat by the Timberwolves not this playoff, but the last playoff, he took direct shots at Luka. He just didn't say his name.
Right. Because he knows he can't.
That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully Laker Nation we do well. But then again, I'm wondering if it's I don't know. But the good thing is I don't think nobody has a trade clause. We might could trade somebody if it don't work out. But I'm just not. This moving forward, I can't trust Lucas. I just don't trust him. I don't trust him.
It's a legit concern, Chief. You are correct.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So guys, I think I'm finna go. Well, as long as Bruce got some misery, I feel good.
The disease of me, bro.
Hey, Bill, when they talk about places, I'm thinking about P. Pablo. When they go North Carolina, raise up.
Don't do that.
Yes, sir.
I've never took my shirt off and spin it around my head like a helicopter. I've never done it.
All right, guys.
All right, Chief. So that's funny. Chief says when he thinks about North Carolina, he thinks about PD Pablo. I think about little brother.
Yeah, they from North Carolina?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That was a singer group, right?
No, there was rappers.
That's
A rapper group.
Yeah, Fontaine, I can't remember the other dude's name, and Ninth Wonder used to do their production.
Beautiful music.
Yes. Little brother, nice. Anyway, final topic, and then we're gonna get out of here. A little World Cup action, y'all. If you are not following the World Cup, you are missing out, and I seriously doubt your love for sports because we are seeing something amazing in this tournament to crown the greatest soccer team in the world. We're now in the knockout round. The United States won a little while ago, so they are now through to the round of 16.
Yeah.
Looking real good. Absolutely. Okay, USA. And I'm curious to know how much of this is that they're a really good team, much improved on the international stage, and how much of it has to do with kind of, the luck of the draw in terms of their grouping. But regardless, they are where they are, and they got an opportunity to make it into the 8 because they'll play Belgium next. Although Belgium, wow, they had a miracle comeback today. I think they scored 2 goals in 3 minutes in like the 80s to come back and beat Senegal. So that was crazy. But what I kind of wanted to touch on, as you can see from the thumbnail here, Leo Messi, Harry Kane, Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lamine Yamal. I mean, we are seeing some absolutely amazing footballers out there just doing their thing. And, I think that a lot of people would say that Messi is the GOAT, right? If you believe in such things. But Mbappe is a machine.
Yeah.
This guy has 18 goals in 18 World Cup matches, Sneed. Like, he had another 2. What was that, earlier today? They played Sweden yesterday. He had another 2 goals. Like, Mbappe is just an animal. And then you have on the French squad as well, you have Dembele, the reigning player of the year in the world. He's got 4 goals, so he's right behind him. Haaland has 5 goals. It's like these guys are this golden boot race is going to be absurd to see how.
And they're all very aware of it, Bruce.
I think so too.
They're all kind of moving through these games, looking for the opportunities.
So you're seeing just some incredible strikers out there really getting it on and doing their thing. And then you're seeing some incredible team performances. You're seeing in knockout rounds. You're seeing upsets.
PKs.
That's where I was going next. You're seeing games come down to these PKs. I think we were watching the other night after we went off with Transformer. Man,
Morocco,
yes.
Yeah.
And when you see these matches come down to the penalty kicks at the end, it's like you're literally it's one of those things. You're on your freaking
bro. It's hard to breathe, bro. Like
yes. I mean, we're seeing some amazing things. Mel, have you been watching the World Cup at all?
I have not. No.
Okay. You're missing out, brother. You're missing out. So,
I haven't stopped. I haven't watched soccer since my kids stopped playing.
Okay.
I used to watch it all the time when they was playing.
I'm not an aficionado at all, but I will say, and when I say that, I remember your show when the guys were saying, I don't watch the WNBA very much, but but no, I watch when I get the opportunity more international soccer, and especially every World Cup, I try to pay attention to it. But it is incredible, man. And when you see these games, especially later in the tournament, because it's win or go home, and it's only an every 4-year thing, and it's just it's amazing. Sneed, what has stuck out to you about this tournament the most, and what player? Because we've seen a lot of amazing play from a lot of amazing players. Can you pick a player so far that kind of stands out ahead above the rest for you?
Messi is still scoring a ton of goals,
isn't he?
And he's at an advanced age. Obviously, he's like right around the time where he's probably considering retirement, and it's definitely his last World Cup. And they're off a World Cup championship, so like they would be defending it which is unprecedented. Like it's very rare to win consecutive World Cups, and he would probably still be the best player on his team if they win it again, and he'd probably be the reason they could win because of his just aptitude to score goals. I think the big stories here, you've got some upsets like Germany getting bounced out is crazy
Paraguay,
yes, and PKs. Morocco beating Netherlands, I thought that was an upset, and that also went PKs.
It was an upset, but I guess if you're looking at it and you're saying, well, Morocco went to the semis last time around.
Right.
Granted, that's 4 years ago, but they've shown that they can advance on this level. But yeah, I don't think anyone expected them to beat the Netherlands in this particular draw.
I think another really good story is the fact that the USA is kind of hosting. I know it's North America.
Yeah, sure.
They've got matches in Mexico and Canada.
Right.
But for the most part, I think it's viewed as an American hosted, platform of matches. So we're playing up to the challenge as well. We've been excellent. We've been scoring goals. We've been winning matches. So I think those are good storylines. So obviously Portugal, we're going to see them tomorrow against Croatia. So will another legacy player in Ronaldo be able to take Portugal to the next round? Right. Egypt is a nice story. They'll probably, I think they'll win against Australia.
Yeah.
But I think the best matches have yet to come. I think as the stakes move up and we get through this round of 32, that's and you're gonna have some crazy matchups like Canada, Morocco is gonna be huge.
Yeah.
It's gonna be France and Paraguay, Brazil, Norway, and Mexico, England. And then the USA is getting matched up with Belgium, who's fresh off a huge win.
Right.
I think the best games are still to come.
Oh, for sure. I mean, think about this. You could have France and Morocco. That could be crazy. I don't know if anybody has enough firepower to beat this buzzsaw that's France, man.
Well,
good.
Well, hold on a second. So if I would have told you that Paraguay was going to beat Germany, you would have laughed at me.
I wouldn't have believed it.
So I'm just going to say that there's a reason they play the match.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. This Brazil-Norway, that's going to be a great one on the 5th.
Very, very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Vincentius Jr. and Erling Haaland, having a matchup.
Vinny is
great scorers there.
Playing great football right now. Absolutely.
He's got 4 goals in the tournament. Sure.
Yeah. He doesn't want to be forgotten, right?
No, these guys' egos are all coming out. Have we noticed?
Bro, these guys they're in La Liga scoring, dozens of goals a season,
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing here. Like you said, tomorrow we get to see Ronaldo. We also get to see I think it's Modric playing for Croatia.
Yeah.
We get to see Lamine Yamal.
Nice young, exciting player. You have a lot of legacy players, and then you have some of the up and coming rising stars. Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? I was reading about this today. I didn't even realize it. Lamine Yamal carried Spain to the freaking Euros at 16 years old.
It's
16.
You should hear the stories about Ibrahimovic.
Oh yeah, he was
when they randomly brought him in like the second half of a game, and he scored like 8 goals when he was like 14.
Yeah,
against professionals. Man. Yeah, it's always those.
Zlatan is special. Zlatan.
Plays karate, aka soccer.
Right. But no, I think we definitely got some, like you said, great games to come. Mexico, England, that's going to be, I think, a very tactical battle.
Yeah.
You got Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham, and then you got Quinones and freaking Romero. You got some guys out there who can go on both sides. And
Country pride, Bruce, the nationalism aspect of it.
Yes.
There's a lot on the line there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to have to, you know what, this weekend we're going to try to get Rocco on and talk a little bit more, because definitely want to hear some of the X's and O's, if you would call it that, breakdown between you two guys. I can't wait to hear that. So, we're trying to line that up. But so far, so good. He said he wants to see France lose.
Bro, everybody wants to see France lose. They got so much damn talent over there.
Yeah,
man.
And I think that they haven't necessarily been particularly tested thus far.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, let's see what happens when you run into, and I think that's going to be Morocco next up, and that's going to be very
well. They did shut out Sweden, so that's pretty solid.
We all expected France to beat Sweden. I don't know if we expected a shutout.
Yeah, but 3-0. Sweden was never really in it.
No. But that's what we got on the World Cup, man. We'll leave it right there. This knockout round is amazing. If you guys aren't watching the World Cup, tune in. You're missing some incredible sporting action. You really
amazing. The crowds are crazy, by the way.
Yes, they are. They are. Oh, and by the way, as long as Norway keeps winning, we get to continue to see the Viking row. I think.
How about the lady that lost? Do you see the lady that lost her phone? It flew out of her hand.
Doing the Viking row?
Yeah.
No.
And then they had it in slow motion. And it's just like, and it just goes flying out of
okay, VC is me. I guess he wants to call in on the World Cup. So, we'll take a couple before we get out of here. 904-219-8264, 904-219-8264. Give us your thoughts on the World Cup, what you think of the tournament so far. Who do you think is,
By the way, if you end up loving the World Cup, also follow up by watching the Euro Cup the next time that goes on.
Man, Euro Cup is crazy. I'll never forget when I was there. VC, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man? I'll be honest with you, man. So, with me being younger, with my dad would watch it with my uncles, but I never really got into it. But this year, being, working amongst people who more so get into that, man, it's been great every time getting a chance to watch it, man. The thing, like you were talking about, like what team is standing out, what player. I'd say the team for me, man, DRC, man, Congo. Seeing their story, bro. That was a team. I mean, like during the, I want to say it was the Portugal game, but that's when they got their first point ever. You know, hearing that every time they went to the cup. I mean, one game I think it was 7-0. So saying that they could score there, they were holding their own against, the European powerhouses. That game, I was in Houston during the game when they played Uzbekistan.
Nice.
So, at first, that was up 1-0. This was like a fan festival. And I'm talking about, man, they scored 3. I'm talking about the whole building, man, getting electric, man. Everyone yelling, go. Man, it's just a great feeling, bro.
Yeah.
And then, man, today, man, they let me down, man.
Hold on a second. Hold on, VC. Hold up. England is a great team.
Yeah.
That is a great, and I know you're going to say, there was this moment and there was this other time. That's just a hard team to beat. You know how talent loaded they are.
Yeah, see, I want to get into that, right? See, I see them in a point in 7 minutes. So I'm like, okay, man, maybe they'll do it. But man, that dude, Harry Kane. Just listen, the same day Congo played Portugal, England played Croatia. And so that was a shootout, man, like 4-2. And then said this dude, Harry Kane, first he get the point with his head. I'm like, okay, man, they tied it up. And then, man, that last game, for him to ice the game, I'm talking about that goalie from Congo, he was sending everything back. Bro, man. He put it, man, Harry Kane put it to where, man, you couldn't even reach it, man. So, I got to tip my hat off to those guys. But, man, this is my first time really watching the soccer, especially the World Cup. But, man, that dude, Harry Kane, man, he's something. Yeah, he's something, bro.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I was never, and I'm still not into soccer per se, but I never really even paid any attention until I was in Europe in the military. And I always tell the story of how 2008, the UEFA, which is like the European national tournament, was in Germany that year, and I don't recollect ever experiencing anything like that. And that's when I realized, like, yo, this is why people all over the world love soccer so much, because it's freaking insane. It's probably like the equivalent of, for people outside the United States, it's like SEC or Big Ten football. You know what I mean? Like, it's wild, it's crazy. The passion, the passion runs so rampant, and it's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I appreciate the call, VC. Thank you, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man.
All right, brother. Have a great night. Yeah, man. Definitely enjoying this tournament. Mel, man, as this thing advances, these games getting better and better. You gotta check some of these
Stakes
out.
is high, bro. Stakes is high.
Like on the 5th, you're gonna want to watch Brazil and Norway. Yeah. Whew.
I might try to get back into it, but you know, man, once I get off something, I don't even know if I got the bandwidth to add another sport. I mean, I'm deep in the WNBA, man. I can't add nothing else, dog. I never get off the couch, bro. I never get off the couch.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. But all right, we are gonna leave it right there, man. Thank you so much for everybody who tuned in tonight. We really appreciate you. Make sure you give a like and subscribe to the Format Podcast, to SMT Media, as well to Man Down Sports. We know that Mel brought a lot of his people here, so I definitely appreciate that. Just make sure you like, subscribe, hype a video, share the channel, and we out. Peace.
Hey, it's the Lakers, man. Everything gonna be all white.